Hey yo, miggity mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. What's going on, people? What's going on, people? What's going on, people? What's going on, people? Random show episode number 307. It should be 307. If it's not 307, then I do apologize, but it should be episode number 307 of the random show. What's going on? What's crack-a-lacking, people? What's crack-a-lacking? Random show episode number 307. Don't know why I've got a little fucking, little ting in my throat. Don't know if I've been sugging off. But big up everybody tuning in. Appreciate you. Episode number 307 of the random show, coming at you live and direct from the undisclosed location somewhere in the depths of London. What's going on, people? What's going on, people? Can you see me? Can you hear me? You obviously can't see me because I'm in this camo. That joke doesn't get old. But what's going on? Can you hear me at least? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Big up the stream chatters. Big up everybody tuning in. Big up everybody locked in. Appreciate every single one of you. Let me get the chat up on here so I can see some of y'all ugly faces. So I can see some of y'all ugly names talking to me. What's going on, people? Appreciate all of you. Appreciate everyone tuning in right now. Thank you for locking in. Thank you for hanging out with your boy. You know, these streams, as fun as they are for me, they're way fun when you guys are here locked in with me having a good time. So big up everybody tuning in on this lovely crisp Tuesday. Or crisp Tuesday. Big up everybody tuning in. Big up my nuts, I see you. Big up my nuts, I see you. Big up Adizzy, I see you. Koilo, I see you. Wagwan, Mech, I see you. Sarlux, Wagwan, Black American, Lishe Manuel, what's good, G? Hope you're well, brother. Hope you're all happy, brother. Big up Lishe Manuel. My white girlfriend's attracted to you. Yeah, big up the white missus. Big up the white. Is it novia? That's novia, isn't it, in Spanish? Big up the leche. Is it leche novia? Is that how you say it? Is that how you say fucking white girlfriend? Leche novia, or novio leche, or novia leche? However you say it. Big up your white girlfriend. Big up you guys. Big up love. Big up cup. To be fair, you better put a ring on that girl's finger, mate. The fact that you're subjecting her to watching me while you should be spending couples time together is fucking crazy. Couples watching anything that I do is absolutely insane. You are an unhinged individual if you willingly put your couple through watching anything I have to say or do on the internet. It's absolutely insane. I should be enjoyed solo, right? Preferably in a prison. You should not be putting your family through this. You shouldn't be hanging out with your kids. You shouldn't be around extended, like, you should be enjoying me solo. You know, solo. Sad. You shouldn't be with your loved ones, but big up the ones that hang out with them. Big up people that have loved ones, actually, because, you know, some of us don't. Some of us that aren't lucky to have loved ones. Some of us loved ones passed away, and some of us, you know, it is what it is. So big up everybody that has loved ones. Big up the loved ones nation. Big up people that love. Big up people that cry. You know, big up everybody, man. Big up people that have heartbeats, eyes, ears. Big up everybody. Big up Koila. Wagwan, Koila. Wagwan. No, so what's white then? Is it Blanche? No, Blanche. White. Blanche in Spanish is no Blanche. Blanche is white in French, isn't it? Hold on, let me figure it out. What's white in Spanish? Negro is black. Negro is black in Spanish, right? How do you say white in Spanish? Whiteo. How do you say it? Is it Blanco? Blanco is white in Spanish, really? Blanco. So it'll be Blanco Novio or Blanco Novia, right? Blanco Novia or Blanca, what is it? Blanco, or is it Blanca Chica, or is it Blanco Chica? How do you say white girlfriend in Spanish? For the people that speak Spanish in the stream chat, apologies, I'm butchering your language. Apologies. A is feminine ending, so it'd be Blanca Chica. It'd be Chica Blanca. Novia Blanca. Big up Purple Pidge. Novia Blanca. Novia Guerra. What's Guerra mean? Are you saying another slur? Yo, big up Austin Casey. Big up Austin Casey. Wagwan. Big up Austin Casey for the fucking member bomb. Yo, big up everybody who's got in the member bomb. Make sure you thank Austin Casey right blood clot now, by the way. Don't be fucking lame. Make sure you thank him. Make sure you thank him. Okay, my alerts are on. Big up Austin Casey for the member bomb. Appreciate you, bro. Actually, let me move this alert box over here so you can see it over my face. It's not over the chat. Big up everybody that's getting the fucking member bombs. Make sure you thank Austin Casey while we're here discussing how you say fucking white girls in the stream chat. Austin Casey is here helping the community. So big up Austin Casey for handing out some of these member bombs. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate it. Big up everybody that's gonna be joining Zinger Nation. You're a proud member. At some point, probably end of the month, at some point I'm probably gonna get one of these made up. Actually, I'm gonna get a little flag to put in the, I'm gonna get the one that I've got in the Zinger Nation little thing. I'm gonna actually get it made up actually at some point, so you will be seeing that on the stream soon. It's very weird, but hey, we're gonna run with it. So big up everybody for joining, hanging out. Appreciate all of you. Thank you for joining. And like I said, I'm gonna record probably an extra, maybe the one tomorrow. So maybe the stream I'll record tomorrow will probably be the one I'll put behind for members to view. So I'll probably do that each week just to kind of make it worthwhile. So for those of you tuning in, if you want to join a membership. So the stream tomorrow will be live streamed, but I think there's a feature you can do on YouTube where if you live stream it, you can still put it behind a kind of a paywall for members to watch. So it'll be like some extra content for you guys that are part of the members platform, or you're a member of this channel on here. So thank you for the support. Appreciate you. Big up Austin Case. If you have people that get in the gifted membership, hopefully you enjoy it and you want to hang about and shit, that'd be really, really cool. So tomorrow's stream, tomorrow's random show will be, the standard random show that I do, but I'll just make sure to put that one behind the thing. So make sure if you want to watch it live and you don't want a membership, make sure you tune in live tomorrow, same time, probably about 11:30. I'll stream, I'll schedule it up. But those of you who want to join to watch it after the fact, it'll be available only for members. But big up everybody joining. I appreciate you. Membership links, all that below are down below if you want to join. If you want to just support the show by liking it, make sure you do. Support the show by fucking subscribing to the channel, trying to get subscriber numbers up, leave comments, all that good stuff. I'm adding timestamps now. I added timestamps in a previous video, so I'll probably do that in the morning. So make sure you follow along and all that good stuff. And here we are, innit? Here we are. So before we jump into the Brendan stuff, because this is going to be mainly Tfatk 1041 watch along, I want to quickly play this video courtesy of Danny from the Stop. Big up Danny from the Stop. He made a video regarding the Mandy and Wheezy ending their podcast called Horrible Decisions. Now, to be fair and to be completely honest, I never really watched an episode of Horrible Decisions. I'm not gonna lie. I do know the two girls. I know of them mostly through like Rory and Moore and Joe Budden podcasts and stuff, but I never actually watched the podcast. I'm not gonna lie, it's not for me. The podcast, it's kind of, the clues in the name, horrible decisions, kind of a play on horror. I guess it's them talking about some of their sexcapades. It's just not for me. I'm not too sure about you guys out there, but I've never really, though that was a big genre, I feel like, for a while, but I was never really into that genre of pods or streams or YouTube channels where they just talk about sucking and fucking. It didn't really, I don't really care, to be fair. Happy you're doing it, happy you're popular and people seem to like you, but it's just not for me. Anyway, long story less long, these two girls had a very successful podcast talking about that sort of stuff, and unfortunately they're now ending it. I think it's after 8 years or something. So Danny from the Stop talks about it, and I'm going to add a bit to it, of commentary along the way. So let's go.
Mandy and Wheezy decide to end Horrible Decisions. Horrible Decisions is ending and will be recording its last episode next week. Now, this is a big deal, and it was officially confirmed on the Horrible Decisions Instagram, and here's what was said. We have some bittersweet news to share with all of you. We have decided to end this chapter of Horrible Decisions. We want to take a moment to express our heartfelt gratitude for joining us on this incredible journey. Your support has meant the world to us. Next week will be the final episode. We truly can't wait to share it with you and give thanks to and share our memories of the past 8 years with Horror Hive. Thank you for being a part of our story, Mandy and...
Yo, big up Purple Pidge Why does AZ say Koya when it's actually Koya? Huh? So I've been saying it redacted this whole time. Hold on, say it one more time. Why does he say Koya when it's actually pronounced Koye? So what is it, Koye or Koya? Have I been pronouncing it wrong this whole time? Oh my god. Hold on. Big up Purple Pidge. So it's not Koya, it's Koye or Koya. Koya. Yo. I keep telling you guys, man, watching. I'm doing a form of charity. I'm also doing like something like that's bigger than me. And I'm also kind of hurting myself because I feel like the more you watch Bappa, you actually get contaminated. You actually catch some of his like redactedness. I honestly have never noticed that. I just assumed it was Koya. I never noticed it was Kolya and not Koya. So why am I adding the Y before the L? It's Kolya, not Koyla. That's how I'm pronouncing it, right? I'm pronouncing it like Koya. Like I'm pronouncing it like it's some African name when it's like Kolya. Fuck. Brendan's really breaking me, man. This is Brendan's fault, by the way. It's not my fault. I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct. DSP. I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct. Yo, my mind is absolutely broken right now. Cool. It's Russian.
Without reading his name, I thought Shades Cal was Shades Cal for the longest because of how Oz said it.
Oh yeah, I say Shades Cal. Yeah, I do. Big up Shades Cal. It's Shades Cal, not Shades Cal. Okay. Noted. Obviously, Sardazi is always the one to call out my shit. So okay, noted. Maybe it's not Brendan's fault. Maybe this time it's not Brendan's fault. Maybe I'm the redact. Shades Cow. So big up. Okay, so big up Kolya. Okay, it's Russian. Okay, Kolya. Fucking hell. Mind blown. But big up Shades Cal, not Shades Cow. Like I say, Shades Cal, like calisthenics, right? Cool, Shades Cal. Today's podcast, today's stream theme is enunciation, okay? Pronunciation and enunciation, diction, English language, non-redactedness.
Wheezy, WTF. Now, this is interesting, and it is a big deal because now both of these ladies find themselves at an interesting crossroads for their careers, but we have to look at what was said. We have some bittersweet news to share with all of you. We have decided to end this chapter of Horrible Decisions. Now, are they saying that they could not get it together? We have to remember.
Hey, yo, big up Adizi.
Let me pronounce it Koya.
Fair play. I'm gonna still pronounce.
Diction gang.
Sorry. What's that? Oh, why is this going so slow today? I don't know. My computer's going slow. I haven't got anything else open. Maybe let's close this down. Big up. Who's this? Big up King Bayo, I think.
Since we're being honest, it's King Bio and Bayo lol.
Since we're being honest, it's King Bio and Bayo. What? King. Hold on. Now, King Bayo, you're chatting shit now. Your name is spelled Bay, bro. Don't. No. I'm not having everyone jumping on me and calling me like, I accept the redact from some people. Like, come on, cut me a break, bro. Your name is King, King. The other name is Bayo, Bayo. What else am I meant to say? Bayou. How was I meant to pronounce it? Bayou. Bayo. Bayou. Come on, man. Give me a break, bro. It's King Bayou. And you said it's King Bayou. Like, oh, because you're American. You say Bayou. Oh. What the fuck is a Bayou? All right. Sorry. Oh my God, flipping aluminum people out here, innit? You flipping Americans with your aluminum. It's aluminium, not aluminum. Fuck out of here.
That Mandy and Weezy have had a really contentious relationship, one where the two have expressed they don't really like each other, they don't really get along like that they really stood together for the money.
Weezy and I are not friends, but we have a business that supersedes us.
I like how I suggested that you aren't.
Don't you think that's interesting, by the way? I not just found it out, but I was reminded during this video. Could you imagine doing a podcast with somebody you're not friends with? Especially a podcast like that, where you're talking about like sex, relationships, and all that sort of stuff. As two women, you don't actually, forget you're not friends, you don't like each other. I can understand if you're just like colleagues, or you've been put together through like an agency or a marketing team, whatever. But the fact that they were not friends and they actually disliked each other, but they were able to continually record a pod because it was making them a lot of money, it kind of says a lot about their temperament and about how, able they were, how kind of able they were to put their personal feelings to one side and just do the business. Because it's clear to this day, from what I can surmise from this video, that they clearly didn't like each other, but they still made it happen because the money was good. Then when the money dried up, they decided to pull the plug, which is understandable too. But I just can't imagine in nowadays, especially considering how everyone tries to pretend like they're friends anyway, having a pod where you're just not friends and you just do it purely for the money. Maybe you could say Brendan does a similar sort of thing, but you still enjoy each other's company. Even when you're in the studio, you pretend you're friends. These guys weren't friends at all. Wow.
Best friends. You said we're not even friends. That's crazy to me. Like all the dudes I podcast with, I don't know if I could really do it if we weren't also like in the group chat.
To be fair, Adam 22 is the bad person to kind of speak about this sort of stuff because he has no friends in podcasting. He has no friends in content. He's shown numerous times through the breakups that the only person he really cares about and he really looks out for is his wife and his child. Everyone else is disposable and he treats them like shit. He doesn't back them up. He's a poor leader, all this. So he's the worst person to kind of judge these girls based on this kind of thing that happened to them.
Guess what she said? Get a guest.
Yeah.
Get a guest. We talk to the guest. I mean, in terms of what she's been able.
Imagine getting a guest so you don't have to talk to your co-host. I bet you there must be a lot of pods that do that though, right? They purposely book guests just so they don't have to talk to their co-host. Holy shit, the content game is so toxic, man. Unnecessarily so. People get a chance to literally change their lives, feed their family, whilst also making content that kind of makes people have a good time and laugh and whatever past the day. And they just can't work it out. It has to be all this drama and this soap opera. It's just like, aren't you guys if sometimes I feel like there's way more drama in the spaces where people should be having like their dream jobs and working careers that they actually love vis-a-vis like a normal working place. I feel like there's more drama in content creation than there is in like a local bar. Like, Jesus, man, get over yourselves.
To create outside of me is amazing. I've clearly done a lot of things outside of her. And I think that, again, in terms of what our friendship was, we were friends as teenagers.
Right.
We stopped being friends for 5 years. 3 weeks after rekindling a friendship because we were like, oh, we're adults, we're in different spaces, we started this pod. By episode 6, we were already at each other's throats.
And
can a man do that, by the way? Is that something very typical to women? That ability to like not be friends and then be friends after a long time. Can men do that? I'm not sure if we can. Maybe that's something special that women can do. You stop being friends for 5 years, and then when you rekindle your relationship, you're okay to do a podcast and start a business together, even though you were like I guess it helps if you actually have a friendship base. That's what it helps. So if you're actually friends with somebody, even if you don't see them for like 5+ years, when you see them again, it's like, it's like no time has passed. That's your actual friend. But I don't think guys can get over beefs with friends as well as probably girls can. like to just get over it and kind of just do it for the business because it's helping the bottom line.
Anytime someone stays together for the money, when the money dries up, it's almost certain that things will go.
Yo, big
I
up
just
Abe,
might
big
did
up,
it.
big up Abe
7
Martinez.
years apart from my friend.
Big up Abe Martinez. So what, 7 years apart and then you rekindled? Like you were able to kind of connect back in again? 7 years is a long time though, isn't it? God damn, man. Like that's one thing that I've always said, like after the passing of Josh, RIP Josh, like I've always said it's very, even though I'm not the best person, even though I'm not the best person to say this because I can be a little bit hypocritical, these sort of things, but it's really important to keep in contact with your friends, like people that are actually your friends, because you never know when the last time is going to be that you're ever going to see them. And sometimes letting that time go by, elapse before you say anything or you reach out, you can sometimes end up regretting it. So big up A Martinez. I'm glad to hear that you and your friend were able to rekindle.
Left. And in podcasting, the money has started to dry up unless you have a loyal, faithful Patreon following or if
yeah, big up Wingus McDingus. Big up Wingus McDingus. Appreciate you.
The Nation stands tall. Bean cheese, 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 35. Bean cheese, bean cheese, bean cheese, bean cheese.
Yo, big up Abe Martinez. Appreciate you. Big up Wingus McDingus. Appreciate you. Big up Abe Martinez there. We had a blood feud. We had met several times now. He's like my brother again. That's a good thing though. That's what I mean. Now I get what he means. The good thing is that if you have a basis, like an actual foundation of friendship, it doesn't matter how much time has gone by or how deep the beef is, you will eventually get over it. That's why it's very important. I'm sure most of you guys know this, but if you have close friends in your social group that get into a beef, don't pick sides, because the worst thing possible to happen is like two of your close friends fall out, you pick sides, and then they eventually end up being friends again, and now you're left like looking like the weirdo because you pick sides and cause even a bigger issue. That, you know what I mean, like just let them mend it. Eventually they'll get there. Just leave it alone, you know. Eventually they'll get there. Big up A Martinez. Big up Wingus McDingus.
if you just love the game. We also have to look at Mandy. Mandy, for me, is representing something interesting. I don't know what she's going to do because she no longer has, see, the thing is, Horrible Decisions to me was her saving grace. She just sold or gave up her studio in Brooklyn, Full Court Studios, and now it's being ran by...
Hey, yo, big up Game Bread Footballer. Once you married, you let go of friends. You know what's funny you say that? Funny you mentioned that, brother. You know what's... I heard somebody say the other day, I think it might be New Rory or more. And I think I was thinking, yeah, that was when I realized too. Like, so I think the guy on there basically was saying that how he had a friendship breakup, and it happened around a time when his friend was engaged, and he knew the breakup was real because his friend didn't invite him to the wedding, but he invited all their friends. So like, you know, they've got a big group of friends. They have an argument. They're not friends anymore, and then he doesn't invite him to the wedding. And ever since then, it was never the same. And I remember when I was kind of going through my realization that I was, you know, better off being a loner than I was being in social groups. One of the main things I realized that, okay, cool, I'm not really a friend guy, was because the majority of people that I used to like hang out with socially, who were then getting like engaged and eventually married, I can't think of one person in that whole, like, and you know, I think at a time I would say I was quite popular outside. I was always out and going to places and always seen in all the places that need to be seen. You would think I'd also be, you know, a fixture in these people's lives, but I really wasn't, because I wasn't really, you know, making the extra step needed to kind of cement that relationship. It's almost like you have a friend at work, you like them, but to really cement the relationship, you gotta kind of go outside of work. You know what I mean? You kind of gotta stay out after hours, you know, meet each other on the weekend, that sort of stuff. But I never did that. I just kind of kept it all at arm's length. But the one indication I remember realizing, the one wake up call, was when I realized I wasn't really these guys' friends, was when they all started getting married and I wasn't invited to the weddings or funerals and stuff. I was like, oh shit, I'm really not a part of these people's, you know what I mean? And it's weird because even if you're a loner and you don't care, you oddly get caught up in your feelings about it. You feel like, even though I would have never gone to none of these people's weddings, you still feel offended because you didn't get invited. It's so weird how the human brain works. Like, you know, you don't want to be their friends. You don't make the effort to hang out with them or build relationships or build, you know, connection, whatever. They then move on, get new friends who love them for who they are, make time for them, right? And love and respect their time, and don't, you know, flake or let them down or, you know, whatever. They do what friends need to do. They hold them down. They're there. They support and love them. They didn't invite them to their things, and then you get kind of like pissed off because you're not invited. It's like, bro, you're a shit friend. You're not there. Of course, they're not gonna invite you. It's so fucking funny, but that's usually a very big inflection point in most people's lives, especially guys, when you realize, oh shit, like these people who I thought my friends aren't my friends. I didn't invite me to their wedding. Boo.
Save on. So there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of interesting things going on. But what do you think? Do you believe horrible decisions ended amicably, or
No. Johnny Sneed, you're confusing me talking about it as care. I didn't care as in I was crying. It was just like a oh, you know, oh, like it wasn't like a care, like I cried. Like no, you don't know me that, you don't know me that well, that socially, honestly. Like you don't.
But
Like,
we always want the opposite. Then we D&T like.
yeah, exactly. There's an element of that. Big up everyone to element of that, but you know. Like I don't want to share some of my real true feelings about like relationships and friendship because it's gonna get really dark really quickly. I'm trying to sound like as like, you know, palatable as possible, but you know, let's not. Yeah, trust me, I wasn't crying. Trust me. It's just you know, surprise. Oh, it's like I don't know. I'm not gonna say it. I don't want to sound negative and dark. Let's continue.
or was there tension? I am always going to lean towards there was tension, and it's largely backed by the fact by these two ladies saying they don't like each other. They not really cool. And Mandy, I think she just wants to work by herself. I think Weezy wants to work by herself. Remember that therapy episode where the two went at each other?
So. Why are you looking at me like that?
No, she's not looking at you. She's looking at the clock.
Whatever. It's so hard to look at you, bro. You talk about fighting me like it's so hard to just do.
Stop. She's
Okay,
stop.
No.
Victim.
I'm not playing victim. She's talking to me. All you do is me retweet all these people that agree with you. It's so easy. Okay. You talking about Nicki Minaj. You are Nicki Minaj, bro. You dug this hole. You cried on Instagram. You talked about you want to fight me. I can't believe you're doing this. Every time you get mad, you talk about doing another show. That's the only reason I said get your own. You always do this to me.
Wait.
That was one of those.
So. That clip to me was fascinating. Could you imagine having a podcast with somebody where you have to do this sort of episodes where you kind of hash out your problems on air and you have this really tense and it seems like, you know, very personal beef online. Everyone has to listen to it. It's fucking wild. So maybe it's for the best the podcast is ending. But yeah, you know, weird times we're living in at the moment. Absolutely weird times. What more could be said? Horrible decisions over. RIP horrible decisions. You know, wishing the best to Mandy and Weezy. Hope they land on their feet. Continuing on. I think this bit of advice could be applied to Brendan Schwabs and the stand-up comedians in general, right? And just content creators online. There should be a little bit more of this, right? More of an onus, more of an importance placed upon sprinkling in some traditional education, some traditional practices, some traditional learning into some of the stuff you're doing on content, because I think this was a great exchange. So Denzel Washington, during the promotion of Gladiators 2, bumped into this guy who I think is a content creator, I'm assuming, and gave him some words of advice for his career going forward.
I make my content online, so I make my own stuff online. You can't learn to be an actor online. You got to get on the stage. Yeah. Find a little theater, anything. If you're just a guy holding a spear in the back of the game, you got to get on stage. Okay. That's where I started. If you want what I got, do what I did. Okay. I'll see you at work. Thank you.
Amazing. I love that quote. I'll see you at work, by the way. If you want what I did, if you want what I got, do what I did. He told the kid, the TikToker, hey, it's not enough to just do your little skits online. Get on stage. Find a small theater somewhere. It doesn't matter what it is. Get on stage. Could you imagine how much better TikTok content in general would be? Because a lot of these guys are quite talented, right? They do quite a lot. Like, think of people like Drewskis and stuff, right? They do some really cool, fun skits. But could you imagine how much better, like the levels that they could reach if they added a little bit of like actual acting ability and actually went to like drama classes and tried to perform on Broadway or tried to be a part of a musical? Could you imagine? Obviously it's not going to happen, but could you imagine? It's almost like I always had the same feeling when, again, please forgive me if this sounds weird, but I always had the same feeling when it came to Joe Rogan and these stand-up comedians and their hate for improv comedy. I get his improv comedy is very silly. I understand it's very silly and kind of cringy. But let's be real. At least improv comedians are trying to make you laugh. You know? They're trying to like make you have a good, they're trying to like ensure that you have a good time. They want to put on a show. A lot of improv isn't really like, maybe it's different in America, maybe San Fran improv they're talking about. I don't feel like it's like self-indulgent. It's like fan service. Like, I want to put on a good show. I want you to leave this fucking auditorium, wherever we are, this back garden, with your fucking rib split. I want you to be like, you know, crying on the way home because it was so funny. So imagine how much better these stand-up comedians would be, the ones that think they're fucking assassins or whatnot, if they actually went and did a bit of improv. If they actually took part, you know, tried to maybe write some sketches, perform them, do them online, maybe record something, put on a show. Like, it'd be so much cooler. I'd love to see that. I'm not gonna lie, I'd love to see that. So big up Denzel for that kid, or big up Denzel for giving that kid that advice. I thought that was really cool and great to hear, and hopefully he kind of listens to it and applies it, because I think if we saw more TikTokers adding a little element of stage, you know, performance and learning and shit into some of their content, I think the content would be much better. Imagine those kids, imagine the Rizzler, that little fat kid, we bring the boom. Imagine those kids went to fucking a performance arts college or something for a semester. Imagine how much better they'd be, huh? Maybe not. Maybe
Joe
not.
and them aren't going for laughs, but for claps.
Exactly. Oh, gee, yeah. Fucking hell. Clapping each other's asses, you more like, innit, NJ? Clapping each other's asses, more like. Hey, big up NJ Ranger. Big up Denzel. Moving on. This video, man. I don't think we spoke about it earlier, but this entrance of UFC 309 featuring Trump and everyone else in his contingent, in his fucking cohort, in his clique, in his fucking gang is hilarious, man. The pushing from people, Kid Rock, the little rare appearance of Joe Rogan's wife as well. It's really funny. It's all really fucking hilarious, isn't it? Like, I'm sure some of you guys have already seen this, but this is fucking great TV. Showman though, isn't it, right? Not too sure what he's gonna be like as a politician, president, whatever. But when it comes to being the showman, isn't it? Just that, even that little like lean in to fucking Dana at the beginning, the lean in, just saying some random shit so Dana can look back and say something, just to add to the fucking drama of the walk-in. It's like chef's kiss, isn't it? It's so fucking stupid and so dumb, but it works, isn't it? Like, he knows exactly where the cameras are at all times, always performing. Look at Kid Rock. Look at Kid Rock's awkward lame ass. Look at him. Difference between how Trump and Dana are dealing with this walkthrough, and look at Elon at the back. Look at how uncomfortable and how weird Elon looks. You can see him there, by the way. He's right there in the hat. Let me zoom in a little bit more. But look at how weird Elon looks compared to Donald Trump and Dana White. That's how you can tell, like, the difference between like people that get it and people that don't, you know, when it comes to performing in front of a camera. Are those like Secret Service agents on the entire barricades, or am I confused? So nobody was even allowed to stand next to the barricade to kind of like slap his hand and shit. Wow. How much money did that cost? The Secret Service agents blocking everything, innit? Like these guys here, right? They're Secret Service too, innit? Fucking hell. It's like he's walking like that. There's no like there's no like slaps, no hands. Fucking hell. No crazy hands coming in. Okay, cool, fair. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? By the way, big up Jelly Roll, acting cool. That's what you got to do. You're going to meet him later. There's no need to fan out now. You're going to meet him later. And you know who he wants to see anyway. Big up, look at Jelly Roll. Well done, Jelly Roll. Knowing, like, no, this is off the record conversations. Take your headphones though. Joe Rogan being on point there, and telling fucking DC, like, take your fucking headset off, man. This guy might say, he might say some ditey shit. By the way, there's Rogan's wife, innit? Right there. Rogan's wife right there. You don't really see her around and stuff. She kind of keeps us. She's basically it's funny, isn't it? Rogan's wife is the opposite of Slow Joe. Rogan has all this money, all this riches, all this fame, and his wife is completely low key, very private, keeps herself to herself. Yet Slojo is like, you know, the wife of Brendan Shaw, but she acts like she's fucking Kim Kardashian. Don't you find that fucking wild? Slojo is like a nobody, really a nobody. And she acts like she's this, like, I don't know, the way she talks to herself on social media, the way she presents herself on social, it's just like, it's so unhinged. Like, for like one of the saddest parts of Slojo's life, I think, was that era. I don't think she's doing it anymore, but it was that phase where Slojo clearly set up an account pretending it was like a fan account about herself. Do you remember that period where there was that weird fan account that she pretended that wasn't her, that she was obviously using herself? It's like, babe, come on, man, like, cringe, allow it. Like, it's okay just to be like a yummy mummy online. You don't need to pretend like you're a celebrity. Like, it's okay just being like a hot mum. What's the problem with just being a hot mum? Why did you pretend like you're somebody that people are like following and you have a fan page? Huh? Yo, big up, Austin Casey. What's going on with my fucking text to speech? Why is it not working? Or maybe it's because you said something to kiss his ass. Big up, Austin Casey. The more I listen to Jelly Roll on podcasts, the more I'm sure he's 30% performer, 70% con man. He kisses ass way too well and says, "I love you, brother," to anyone that can further his career. Yes, yes, yes. But to be fair, as somebody that cannot do what Jelly Roll does, and as somebody that's very aware that a part of my kind of like lack of progression in some of the things I've kind of chosen to do, career paths I want to get into, has been because of my inability to tap into that thing that Jelly Roll does, I respect it. Because let's be fair, that's part of the game. If you can't have Rogan give you the leg up like he did to Brendan, if you're not lucky enough to have like rich parents to be a Nepo baby where you get given opportunities to like hustle and perform in front of people that you probably don't deserve based on who your parents are, if you don't have all those type of things, or you just got given talent, you have to do what Jelly Roll does to get yourself in the door. Those things work. Like that approach that Jelly Roll does, which I think, and that's actually a good ratio. I actually think even his talent is the same. I actually think he's probably 30% talent and 70% just like schmoozing and being like a kiss ass and stuff. But it works. It's a tried and tested method. And let's be also fair to Jelly Roll. Like him, like the music or not, he does that lick ass, like Austin Casey mentioned, thing very well. Yes, it's a bit cringe. Yes, it's a bit like whatever, but he does it very well because the people that he says it to, they believe it. Brendan believes that guy is his best friend. They believe it. Like, he sells that thing very well. He's very well at kind of like making you feel like you're the only person in the room type of thing. That's all part of the fucking schmoozing side of the thing. And you have to give Jelly Roll credit for doing so. That, you know, even the way that he kind of finagled his way into the fucking podcast stand-up community world has been fucking sublime. He's literally friends with all of them, even though some of them don't like each other. He goes on Brendan's, like, and even the fact that he will go on Brendan's show is like a fucking amazing thing, considering the level of the fucking artist and fame that he's at. So yeah, I do think that's the case, but I think that needs to be a talent people kind of respect. I think people kind of dismiss that sort of like schmoozing shit, but it's something. It's a part of making it in some form, you know? You need a bit of that. And someone like myself who's never had it and kind of prided myself on being prideful and, oh, I'm not going to kiss, or I'm not going to do this, like, ooh, like having that kind of, you know, attitude and turning my nose up at it. It's not good. It's not good, because everyone needs an element of it, in my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but I think everyone needs an element of that fucking liquor schmoozing fucking, you know, Jelly Roll does. But I could be wrong. Big up Austin Casey. Yeah. I mentioned Chris Mack. I mentioned Rogan's wife. I said it earlier before. I mentioned earlier before, like, isn't it interesting that Rogan's wife is like, you know, Rogan's wife, and by default a billionaire also, but she's incredibly low key, incredibly private, doesn't do podcasts, no interviews, isn't posting first traps online, just chilling, enjoying life. You know? And then Brendan Shaw's wife is like a nobody and pretends that she's somebody. like aggressively so. It's just like, why? Exactly. I had a good friend that kissed a lot of ass, I guess you mean, to a famous band, and now he does merch for them and makes a lot of money. Exactly. Everyone's got their role to play. I don't think that's my portion in life. I think sometimes you're born that person. I think you know, probably if you spoke to Jelly Roll's friends, they would always say he was bound to be famous because he had that ability to kind of like, you know, work a room. I think I've never had that personally. I've always been, even from my early fucking streetwear days, I was always very kind of against that kind of licking ass thing. I kind of was always questioning fucking gatekeepers and authority and all that sort of shit, which is definitely not something that you do if you're a lick assy type of person. And I kind of always had a bit of an ego and pride about the stuff that I did, which is obviously can be very destructive also. But there's a lot of value in doing that type of approach. You just got to know who you are. You got to know who you are, what you're about, and pick a path and try and go down there and make it work. But again, even that little section, that little bit there, Donald Trump comes in, he doesn't try and be overly fucking, you know what I mean? Like, just play it cool. You're probably going to meet him later anyway. You know what I mean? That'll probably be a better meeting. Somebody's going to introduce you and say, yeah, this is Jelly Roll. He's that. Do you know what I mean? Just played it cool. Just chill. Because for sure, if that was Brendan and fucking Donald Trump walked past him, he's for sure going to try and do that. The fucking picture thing, like, I mean, he's gonna like, relax, act like you've been here before. Kid Rock immediately get in position. Like, oh shit, there's Tulsi Gabbard as well. Tulsi Gabbard is there. I didn't even notice she was there. Oh, fucking hilarious. Good luck. By the way, quick one on this one. Look at this. What this girl posted. Look at this. My favorite alcoholic beverages. Look what they're doing, man. I'm sure you had this in the US too. But whenever there's like, you know, this is the form of racism, isn't it? Whenever there's like shops in areas where, you know, immigrants might be and they like certain things, they don't have to pay for them. The shops usually take extra security measures to make sure people don't steal them. So in this particular Tesco's, they have wrapped an individual bottle of Magnum in this cage. In this, like, I think it's like it looks like a metal wired cage or something that you can only open from the top and you can't take out the Magnum. To be fair, it's Tesco's fault, because why are you selling individual bottles of Magnum in a Tesco? They're going to get stolen, you know? They should probably only sell multi-packs. They shouldn't be selling individual bottles because the bottles are small. They're like that size. They're probably like the size of my palm. You can steal that so easily. So, you know, I'm kind of offended because I feel like this is targeted at black people, but I also can't blame them because I'd imagine any Tesco's that has stock of individual Magnums, probably the main people taking them are people that look like me. You know, let's be real. Anyway, moving on. His unhinged Stipe rant. Let's hear this. Brendan Schaub has a really unhinged Stipe rant during the Schaub show. This is regarding, obviously, the Stipe Miocic v John Jones fight that happened at UFC 308. So let's hear Brendan Schaub's unhinged Stipe rant here, which includes a lot of projection, by the way, as per usual.
Stipe said this. Stipe is not a guy that, you know, asks for the mic, doesn't like cameras. He's a family man. He's a firefighter. Rogan gave him the mic. Goes, so is this it? He goes, yeah, I'm done. Thank God.
Do you have a thought from now, like, as to what happens next?
So listen to what Brendan said. Listen again. What Brendan said he heard when Stipe said, you know, gave the interview. Listen to what Brendan said about what he heard, and then listen to what Stipe actually said.
Said this. Stipe is not a guy that, you know, asks for the mic, doesn't like cameras. He's a family man. He's a firefighter. Rogan gave him the mic. Goes, so is this it? He goes, yeah. Get me the fuck out of here. Thank God this bullshit's over.
Isn't he really old though? Didn't he come off a 4-year layoff? Why is Brendan thinking thank God is like a sad, bad thing? Like, he got beaten up. Like, he lost. He came off a 4-year layoff. He had a good time. He's over it now. Don't fighters always say they always hate camp? Being in fight camp is fucking excruciating. Having to diet, being away from your family, you know, all this sort of shit, traveling, media. He probably hates all of it. Thank God. Okay, I'm out. I can just go back to live my regular life. Being a fireman. I don't need to fucking put up with this shit. makes complete sense. It's okay. Like, no one's sad about it. It's probably Stipe fans are probably happy. Thank God he's done now. We can just enjoy, the memories and watch, his legacy and watch old fights again. We don't have to put up with, seeing one of our favorites, our heroes, going in a ring and looking the way he did, or being demolished by some young, hungry fucking new prospect or something. But Brendan's projecting so hard in this clip because this is how he feels, about fighting in general, or maybe about Stipe.
I don't want to be here in the first place. We good? Can I retire now? I did it for you guys. Get the fuck out of here. Thank God. You can keep this bullshit. Kids, get me the fuck out of here. You guys happy? Probably looking at his management, his wife. Everyone good? Did you get what you want?
He wasn't sure.
Jesus Christ. Look at how rattled he is because Stipe announced he's retiring. Holy shit. What? Is this him projecting about his comedy career? Or is this him like sort of projecting about how he had to be forced to quit stand-up? Like, what do you think's going on here? Why is he so like worked up about this?
Stipe Miocic, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank God. Get me the fuck out of here. Thank God this bullshit's over. I don't want to be here in the first place. We good? Can I retire now? I did it for you guys. Get the fuck out of here. Thank God. You can keep this bullshit. Kids, get me the fuck out of here. You guys happy? Probably looking at his management, his wife. Everyone good? Did you get what you want?
He wasn't sure.
Well, every fight I always think about retiring. Since this my first fight, it's always been like that. And here we are now. So.
Again, Stipe the fucking legend. Stipe the fucking cool guy legend. Ever since my first fight, I've been thinking about retiring. He doesn't give a shit. He's had his fun. He's made his money. He's won some great fights. He's put on some good shows. He's fed his family. But he really doesn't give a fuck. So when he said, I'm retiring, thank God, it's because ever since he got into the UFC, he's been dreaming about retiring. He's been looking forward to the day he can just crack open a beer all year round and just chill. And just chill. But Brendan is like using it as this weird, like, I don't know, like self-reflection moment. Like he's making it all about himself in a way. Like, and this is probably an example of narcissism, isn't it? Because in my simple, normal brain, I can't figure out how you could take Stipe announcing he's retiring and make it all about yourself. It doesn't even make any sense. Like, he announced he's retiring after a pretty brutal fight where he got knocked out by a spinning whatever back kick that might have fucking broken some ribs. That thing looked fucking painful, right? The way fucking John Jones fucking kicked him in the fucking stomach, right? It fucking might have been a liver shot. I'm not even too sure. That it looked fucking painful, right? It looked like it would kill me, and it fucking made him crumple. So clearly, if there's ever a time for you to retire, that will be it. Especially come on after, whatever long year layoff he had. No big deal. No one's expecting him to win anyway. Whatever. People that love him still love him. People that don't love him, you're probably weird because everyone loves Stipe. It's like, Jesus. How could Brendan, how could he have this reaction to someone like it's just weird. Isn't Stipe beloved? Isn't he everyone's favorite because of his personality and how weird he is, how quiet he is, and odd and whatever he is, and his accent and the firefighting thing, and the fact that he's a savage when he gets into the fucking octagon, but he looks the way he does is but Brendan finds a way to make it a hate thing, a rant thing, and all about himself. One more time, because this is fucking brilliant TV.
Stipe said this. Stipe is not a guy that asks for the mic, doesn't like cameras. He's a family man. He's a firefighter. Rogan gave him the mic. Goes, so is this it? He goes, yeah, I'm
exactly hardworking, humble immigrant who loves America and his family. Truly an almost ideal beacon of American dream. Right? Listen to those words Chris Mack said. Hardworking, humble. An example to all immigrants or all Americans. Family man. Almost an ideal beacon of the American dream. And listen to how Brendan interprets him.
Thank God. Get me the fuck out of here. Thank God this bullshit's over. I don't want to be here in the first place. We good? Can I retire now? I did it for you guys.
Do you think Stipe has ever spoken to his family members like this? In this condescending, patronizing, passive aggressive way? Never. Stipe is probably the kind of person that would literally give you the last piece of clothing off his back if need be. Like, he's probably super giving, super generous in his local community. I'd imagine, just based on his personality, I can imagine somebody that takes care of people. But Brenda's making it all about himself, of course. Pick up A, Martinez.
Stipe is the guy who runs into the burning building to save your kid. Jones is the guy who light the fire. Good versus evil. Family man. Warrior.
Exactly. And Brendan is the guy who lies about running into the fire. That's the one. Brendan is the guy that lies about running into the fire when all he was doing was just, securing the cordon. He's the one that lies and says he saved a couple of kids when actually he was the one that was fucking putting the rope around the lamppost. Big up Abe Martinez, I appreciate you.
Fuck out of here. Thank God. You can keep this bullshit. Kids, get me the fuck out of here. You guys happy? Probably looking at his management, his wife. Everyone good? Did you get what you want?
I wasn't sure.
Well, every fight, I always think about retiring. Since it's my first fight, it's always been like that. And, here we are now, so.
I could imagine just Stipe just watching that video like this, that smile on his face, watching Brendan ranting and, completely twisting his words and adding stuff that he didn't say into what he said and thinking like, he seems kind of unhappy. So, not sure what's happened to that guy. Oh, bizarre. One more before we get to Tfatk. Numbers guy here discusses how many people rarely watch the fight on Netflix. This is gonna hurt.
I told you guys from the jump, and I post about this, the very jump of this thing never made sense to me. No upside in any facet. Netflix isn't fight fan.
You said it again. Any facet, one more time.
They don't give a no upside in any facet. No upside in any facet.
I never. What is it? He didn't even say. What is it? What was that?
Never made sense to me. No upside in any facet.
No upside at any facet. You meant to say no upside in any facet. There's no upside to this fight. Whatever. Let's just continue.
Netflix isn't fight fans. They don't give a shit. All they care about is views. Fans. And this got over 60.
Netflix, all they care about is views.
60 million views, not just 60 million per household. So unless you're some,
hold on. Is this? I don't understand this point he's trying to make. What is a per household like? Hold on. Let's rewind. One more time.
And views, not just 60 million per household. So unless you're some weirdo living by yourself or in this Netflix, and there's a lot of young men out there, no.
Unless you're a weirdo who lives by yourself. So only weirdos live by themselves. He's also assuming the majority of people that watch Netflix are what? Like families. And it's like, what? I don't even know what he's talking. Anyway, let's just continue.
Hate on that. But most people have families, friends. So times that by at the
hold on, you barely have a family. You only hang out with your family because you don't do stand-up comedy. By the way, we need this screenshot. This might be an emote, mate, or this might be a fucking badge or something later on. He only hangs around his family now by force, by default, basically. He doesn't have a stand-up comedy career, so he can't be away and doesn't have any excuse to, so he actually hangs out at home. He doesn't have any friends. He doesn't. Outside of Rogan, who doesn't live there, Brian Calendar don't hang around anymore. He doesn't actually have any friends, so I like how he's trying to like diss people that live alone, but he barely has a family and he has no friends.
Very least, probably 3.
You mean people like sharing an account?
No, like so if you watch at my house, gotcha. I have my father-in-law, gotcha. My mother-in-law, my wife. So
I love how he says my law. He can't say law. He has to say law. Listen to that.
my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, my wife.
Mother-in-law.
So if you watch at my house, I have my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, my wife. So I have my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, my wife. So I have my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, my wife. So times that.
My wife.
If you watch at my house, I have my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, my wife. So time-in-law, my mother-in-law, my wife. So time-in-law, my wife. So times that 60 wife. So times that wife. So times that 60 million by at least 3, maybe 4. 120, 180 million people watch that fight.
What? I don't even understand what he's trying to say. What's this like obsession with the per household like statistic? Like, where did he get this from? He read something incorrectly on some fucking Instagram news caption thing he didn't, remember correctly. Like, okay, whatever, man. Per household, what? It doesn't count if you're. So what's the statistic? People are watching it all alone. Like, what? Or didn't Netflix just change the metrics because now they don't let you fucking share accounts anymore? So maybe in a way that was a better way for them to kind of fudge the numbers because it's like per household. It makes it seem like it's whatever, man. Whatever. I don't know what's going on. Either way, big up Brendan. Cool, let's move on. Tfatk, let's watch it. Let's do the watch along. Let's not bury the lead anymore. Let's go and watch the watch along. So Tfatk watch along for episode number 1041. Let's fucking go. Let's do it here. Let's do it on quick time. Let's make it easy. And let's fucking go with this blood of clot. Bear with me a second here. Boom, boom, boom. Big up everybody watching on the stream. Make sure you like the stream down below if you're enjoying as well. Much appreciated. Let's take off display capture. Let's go. View. Enter full screen. Hey, yo, big up Austin Casey. You're a fucking legend. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you so much. Big up everybody that joined in, that got it. I appreciate you. Actually, you know what? Big up everybody that joined in. Appreciate you for hanging and all of that malarkey. Let me see. Maybe you know as well, by the way, big up Gamebred Footballer. You know what? Maybe I got checked the back end. Maybe you're on some like fucking list or something. Maybe someone incorrectly banned you. Cause I don't know why you're not getting some of these gifted member bombs. But big up Austin Casey for the member bomb. Appreciate you. Everyone that gets one, make sure you thank Austin Casey in the chat. Don't be stingy. Don't be one of these lamos that don't say thank you. Make sure you say thank you. Extend the gratitude out there to Austin Casey for, holding you mofos down. You feel me? Make sure. Big up Austin Casey. Big up everyone in the stream chat. Appreciate you. Anyways, episode number 1041 of the Tfatk. Let's watch what these motherfuckers are doing. Look at Brian Callen. Look at this old man. Just give up, bro. Look at this old man. Look, what's he doing? Look at his body. It's got that. It's sad. He just wants to sleep. He's fed up of pretending or trying to be famous, trying to go viral. Just give up. Look, even his body. Look, sad face.
So guys, look, there's the secret's out. John Jones talking about Taekwondo, talking about his teacher. I believe his teacher was one of my students. I had so many students I can't remember. But look,
we're still doing this bit. We're still running with this fighter. Like, this bit is so boring, isn't it? Like, do you have to mix it up a little bit? Like, just let's get a bit creative. Let's maybe go back to the fucking drawing board and figure out some new ideas, some new skits, some new something, some new themes, something like this. Ay.
To teach you back kick. I tried to teach you this a long time ago, and I'm going to do it lightly. Here we are. We're just here. Keep that up, please. So here we are. I'm going to pepper. I'm peppering you here, like that. Just touching you here. You know, and now.
You know what's funny? Doesn't Brian Callen have better form hitting pads than Brendan does? Doesn't Brian look like a better striker? Naturally. Doesn't Brian Callen actually move naturally better than Brendan does? This whole time, Brendan's been acting like Callan isn't an athlete, doesn't know nothing about sports. He actually does look better. I know it's just pad. I know he's just fucking around in the studio. It's not that deep. But why does Brian actually look better than Brendan doing this type of thing?
Now I got you bothered. Now I'm just turning. See that? Yeah, you okay? Yeah. You all right? Yeah. See that? I'm just turning my body. What's hitting? It's just my shoulders. It's my shoulders. That's all it is, guys. I'm loose. My body's loose. Okay. John was a little tight. I'd love to work with him, but here it is. Here and then top like that. You all right? You all right? Yeah. So it's a good thing this pad is here. Either way, guys, I'm doing a seminar this Friday, Saturday. Bilal Muhammad will be there in Schaumburg at the Schaumburg Improv, a back kick seminar. Tried to teach you this when you were fighting and you didn't listen. So do you have any regrets? I wish I did.
I don't know. There's just... Maybe I'm just English, isn't it? Maybe it's the English side of me and stuff. Maybe we just don't hold on to our like youth as much as maybe Americans do. Or maybe it's just like a particular LA thing. But it's just something kind of sad about Brian Callan to me. I understand he's in good shape. I get it. If you were that age and you look like Brian, you'd be happy. But like the skinny jeans, the Jordans, the unnecessary tight t-shirt, always flexing like you're going to fight and jumping around like... I'm more impressed if you're that man at that age and you're looking after your family. You're a real family man. You look after your fucking grandchildren. You're imparting wisdom to the new generation. You're sharing some of your jewels, sharing some of your secrets about how you've been so long in the game and around and all this malarkey, anecdotes that you've learned over the years, stories that people can learn from. Just, you know, that sort of stuff is way more impressive than whether you could do a spinning back kick. Like, okay, like this whole, like this, I'm hoping in 2025, like maybe this like idea of masculinity that these guys have, like, you know, shoot guns, I roll, I can kick, I can punch, fuck all this side bitches. Like, bro, there's more to masculinity and being a man than this sort of stuff. I don't know. It's handy to learn to know self-defense. It's good to know how to defend yourself and your family. I get it. But this being a whole part of your identity, I don't know. Again, maybe this is kind of, maybe I'm a little bit biased because, you know, I've always said Brian needs to give up and he's not giving up. He's refusing. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a bit sad. Look at his trainers, man. Look at the jean. Like, I don't know. If I'm that age, I'm not doing spinning back kicks. You know, like, I might watch my fucking grandchildren taking part in a taekwondo tournament and I'm cheering them on for the sidelines, going fucking crazy, being like, yeah, that's my fucking boy, like, all proud. But I'm not going to be, like, taking up the limelight and doing, like, what?
Yeah, I know. Can you imagine if my foot had gone right in there? Boom. Yeah, you don't have an answer to that. Jake Paul doesn't have an answer. Nobody has an answer to that.
Tyson doesn't.
No. And you see on my hand, let me just one last little thing. One last little thing.
Yeah, big up Abe Martinez. You're right, brother. I can't fight, man. I'm PUSSY. I'm the biggest PUSSY in the industry, in the scene, in the world. I am the worst. If you want, I'm the easiest lick in the world. I will not fight back. I will not do anything. I am passive. I might even lie on the floor. I don't want any smoke. None of it. Zero. All love, all peace.
Hey, okay. One last little thing.
Okay, we've lost.
Look at how loose. Look at how my hands are here, dude. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight you. You see what I'm saying? So that's my street fight. Oh, yeah. Now, okay. Now you stay calm. Okay. Keep your head up like that. Keep your head up here.
Hey, pick me up like Chandler did.
That's what I gotta do.
Try.
All right.
And I'll jump on.
This is the.
And I'll jump. There you go. Keep going.
This is the Michael Chandler technique.
Lift me up.
Here.
Yep.
Hold on. Let me get my back ready.
Yep.
Now I'm standing up. That's
okay. Hang on to me, dude.
Okay,
we're doing Chandler.
This is actually more fun too when there's like girls around. At least you're trying to like fuck something, or fellas, or in betweens. But just doing this, like, just doing this at this age, just like what play for? Like what? What are we doing? What are we doing here? Like, what are water, weed doing here? Honestly. And Brendan is such an uncoordinated, clumsy oaf of a man. He might actually end up fucking you up for real. You know? Like, he's not the person to play with type of games. He's such a redact, he might actually hurt you. Then what? You're 60 going to physio because he fucking popped your back. Great.
All right, ready? All right, here we go. Now watch this. I smile and I walk around. And if I had a mat, I would throw him right at his back. I was just gonna say, right to your fucking back, dude. I'll do it right over here. Right over here. I walk over. I say hi to Trump. Say hi to Trump, and then boom.
See, when you land, it goes there.
What do you mean?
You go there.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. You're strong. Strong. Big legs. Class over.
Yes, we did, 'cause we back at it again.
What was that? Okay. Former UFC heavyweight taps out. What? Not even middle age. 60-year-old. Okay.
The fighter and the kid.
This is really the fighter and the kid.
Come on, baby. Well,
What's up, buddy? We are back.
We're back, buddy. And you have a dog.
I have a new
You have
pup.
a vicious.
I mean, I guess it's my dog. It's more my kids and my.
Oh, how long is that gonna last? And what a development, isn't it? It went from him trying to get one of those really aggressive dogs, right? He tried to get one of those like badass. I forgot what it was called, the breed. But he tried to get like a guard dog, and now it went from that to now they've got like a like a nice dog, cute dog. I wonder what happened. I actually got a picture here somewhere. I don't know what the breed is. Somewhere here. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what that breed is, but that's the dog that he's got. He's got this dog here. So it's a nice dog. It's a cute dog. Don't get me wrong. But I wonder what happened. Why did it go from this? Why did it go from like the fucking pit bull he wanted to this? Maybe because Joanna stepped in. Maybe Slow Joe stepped in. Because that would have been unfair, right? He gets a pit bull because he wants to be cool and trendy, but then he doesn't know how to look after dogs. It seems like he's kind of irresponsible when it comes to type of things, right? In terms of the amount of times he's bought dogs and then given them away. And most likely she's the one's going to look after it, right? So he gets a pit bull, like, he doesn't object shit about it. The pit bull might, come and, end up causing his kids some issues, and his wife has to look after it. But yeah, I don't know. It's just interesting. This whole thing is interesting. Who knows what's going on with this arc? But I'm curious to know how long this will last, this dog. Or maybe this is part of the new personality, being a dog guy, car guy, Republican guy. Yay.
Yeah. That's a cockapoo or something, right? Or...
No, it's a golden doodle.
Oh, it's a golden
doodle. How dare you? Yeah.
So you have a golden retriever and a poodle.
A golden retriever and a poodle had fornication.
But are they going to be? How big is he going to be? Because he looks like
50 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not small.
Oh,
his dad's big.
How old is he?
He is 14 weeks old.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a tiny little thing.
Tiny little thing.
Great dog though.
Yeah.
He's a little lackadaisical today because he had shots.
Got his shots.
He's chilling. He's pretty easy though.
He's a cutie pie.
But my wife's never had dogs, and obviously my kids aren't used to it.
It's just an interesting line to say. My wife has never had dogs, because he wants to say like, I've always grown up with dogs. It's like, bro, you didn't grow up. Your dad had a dog. You didn't have a dog. You still act like you have your we know how you act. You didn't have one. My wife got have a dog.
I don't realize how good a dog he is already.
Yes. Easy,
man. When he has to go to the bathroom, he goes to the door. He's great. Great. His name's Donnie.
Donnie?
Donnie.
This Republican grift thing, man. This Republican grift. I'm sorry. Similar to the UK, you get no points being a Tory now. Being a conservative now, you get no points in the UK. You should have been conservative back when Brexit was happening. Like, that's when you get props. When you were like standing 10 toes down and being proudly conservative when Brexit was happening, you get props. You get props when you were MAGA when it was before Jan 6, when Jan 6 happened. That's when you get props. George Floyd and you were MAGA. That's when you get props. You're conservative and proud. And you are fucking loving Trump and proud. You get props then. You don't get props now when it's like the climate has changed, economy has changed, you know, the vibe has changed. Everything has changed. It's gotten a bit softer. Donald Trump is a little bit older. He's not as fucking vitriolic or divisive as he was. The country isn't as divided as it was back then. Now it's safer to be a Republican now in media. It's safe. Even look at these sports stars doing the fucking Donald Trump dance celebration. Yeah, it's easy to fucking speak proudly about him now. But some of you motherfuckers were hiding your hats in cupboards and shit, hiding them in locker rooms. When people ask you, are you a MAGA? And it's, now it's easy to say it. And now this fucking donut calling his dog what? Donnie. Oh, come on, man. Come on. This new, honestly, we're gonna get some good material for the watch along because he's now becoming a little bit more politically vocal or active, whatever. But it's so it's so fake. It's so fucking phony. Jesus Christ, so uninformed, so whatever. Just okay. Your dog's called Donnie. But, all right, okay, mate, okay.
A.K.
Donnie's
Donald.
a good name. Oh, for Donald. Well, he's orange.
He is
It's
orange.
a good name.
He is orange.
Donnie's
He's feisty.
a good name.
He is feisty.
Did you?
This weekend we were both in different parts of the country.
Well, you were in Biloxi, Mississippi.
Have you ever been down there?
I have been down there.
You have? For
once.
what?
A long time ago, believe it or not, I think I went to my first UFC with Joe Rogan.
In Biloxi?
And I think it was Biloxi, Mississippi.
They're pretty loosey-goosey with
And
the
they
rules
held
down
it in
there.
a parking lot.
Oh, wow.
This is when Randy Couture beat Vitor Belfort.
I like how Brian dresses like somebody that went to private schools, isn't it? Or that went to boarding schools. Let's not say private schools, because private schools, that term private school gets overused, isn't it? Because there are some shitty private schools out there. He looks like someone that went to a boarding school, isn't it? Like that Columbia fucking half quarter zip thing he's got on, like it's just I don't know. Big up Addy Z.
Baba will come out gay if Joe does.
Oh, for sure. I'd love to see that, man. I'd love to see that arc. Fucking pro LGBTQ Baba. Not gonna happen though. There's more chance of Brendan being, outwardly very pro-black than there is him about being pro-LGBT. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. There's more chance of him being pro-LGBT. No, there's probably more chance of him being pro-black than being pro-LGBT. I swear down.
Oh, wow.
And it was pretty wild.
Some history down there. Dude, I like it down there. I couldn't pick it on a map. I know Mississippi. I didn't realize it's on the ocean.
Yeah, I didn't see the ocean when I was down there.
Oh, Bubba. And it's like...
it's kind of a famous southern area.
Florida's 45 minutes away. A slither of Alabama's right next to it.
I think there's a military base there too, yeah?
But I don't know.
I think there is.
It was cool because there's like a Hard Rock. There's a really nice hotel. It's kind of like the Bellagio. And it's straight up beach.
Big up Miles Broom. I don't know if this is legit, but I hope it is. This is so funny. I live near the place they're talking about, AZ. It's known for a casino. There's nothing else there. The area, there's nothing loosey-goosey about the area. He's so dumb. There's nothing to do down there. Just making up shit. I love it. Big up Miles Broom. I love it. They're just making up shit. It's loosey-goosey. What? I live here, mate. There's nothing here. Loosey-goosey.
Front property.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's
nice.
it's pretty.
It's nice. It's south.
It's
I went to a restaurant down there that all the locals...
They'll fry everything.
Bubba?
Yeah.
Dude, you and I have been all over.
They'll fry watermelon.
You and I have been all over.
We've
have been all over. We've had our taste of the world.
Yep.
I've never had better food than Biloxi, Mississippi.
What?
Seafood.
Where? Oh, really? They got that Cajun.
Place from the
they got that Cajun shit,
bro. Running. It was there.
Okay, let's just see because I'm curious. Let's see. Was it Biloxi? Is that you spell it? Biloxi, Mississippi. Is that you spell it? Biloxi, Mississippi. Best restaurants. Let's see what pops up on Google. Shit. Like let's just go through the obvious ones, right? Let's just see what they're saying. Shaggy Biloxi Beach. Let's see. It's not so advisable to post it because it's very late where I am, so I'm gonna get fucking hungry. And I don't want to eat at fucking 2 a.m. in the morning. So let's just see what they're saying. Let's see what this Biloxi place is saying. Biloxi Beach place. Let's go through some of these pictures. Not gonna lie, by the beach. This place looks kind of live. Look at the bar. I could sit on one of those chairs for hours. Not gonna lie. They got some spots here for the kids to take pictures on. This massive beach chair. Not mad at that. Let's be real. Let's be real, people. I would absolutely destroy that plate right there. That plate of fried goodness you see on the screen right there. I'm fucking eating everything on there. So maybe for once, Brendan Shaw and Brian Callen are talking some actual realness. Some nice cocktails I see here. Oh, look at some of these tacos again. Nothing crazy, nothing amazing. I think I'm gonna demolish all of that shit. All this stuff looks fucking good. All of it looks. Oh, look at the seafood boil. All of this looks fucking good. Let's be fair. Let's do the other one. Was it one? The reef. Let's do this one. Reef. And then we'll do the other one, then we'll go back to the video. Let's do this one. Let's see what this is saying. The reef in Biloxi, Mississippi. Let's see what this is saying. The food here. Again, nothing too crazy, but I will demolish everything. Everything. So I've not seen one thing, not one plate of food that looks bad. I'm not gonna lie. Not seen one plate of food that looks bad. Nothing. Not one plate of food that looks. Is it? Are those tater tots? People in the stream chat. Are those tater tots or is that fucking shrimp or something? What are these? That's not. I don't think that's. No, that's tater tots, right? That's tater tots right there. That's tater tots. We got the tater tots crew. Tater tots. Look at this. Oh. Yeah, this man's gonna destroy that man. Look at that hand. That hand's fucking held a couple of burgers and some hot dogs over the years, some tongs. That hand's been on top of a fucking, flat grill. Oh, this stuff looks good, bro. This stuff looks good. Let's be honest, people. This stuff looks fucking delicious. Oh, what the fuck is that? People in the stream chat, American people, please, help. What is this? That looks delicious. What the fuck is that? What is that? I want. Is that custard? What the fuck is that? Has that got meat bits inside it? Oh. What's it called? Chowder. Grits. What is this? Chowder? Grits. That is not American. What is it? That's really delicious for sure. Oh, it's fish and grits. Okay. Oh, that's the fish on top and that's the grits below, right? With some bacon bits on it or whatever the bits are here. Fish. Big up Jack Donny Jr. Fish and grits. Shrimp and grits. This looks good, bro. Okay, cool. And then let's go to the last one. So yeah, they're actually right. What's that? Mary Mahoney's Old French House. Mary Mahoney's. Oh, look at this. This is beautiful on the inside, isn't it? Very, very, very American. Very different from anything I've seen over here. God damn, this looks fucking wild. Look at some of the desserts. Big massive tree there. Sure, that's a fucking, land. Oh, this doesn't look too great, to be fair. That pasta doesn't look the best. But the venue itself, the location is fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie. Looks really fucking nice. Oh, look at that fried plate. Oh, I think this is good big back territory food, to be fair. Some of this stuff looks fucking incredible. Big up what Ricky Picture AZ, they wouldn't let you in these restaurants. Sorry, bro. Really? Is that how Mississippi racist? I don't know. Is Mississippi racist? Sorry, I'm not too clued in with my fucking what's that thing called? With my plantation racism and shit. I don't know what go on. Is Mississippi one of the places where all the plantations were and stuff? Is Mississippi where the cotton picking farms were? Is that where Dead and Tears was founded? Mississippi. I don't know. I don't know if that's true. Oh, look at that piece of meat. Okay, cool. Let's stop now. Let's stop because I'm getting hungry. Let's stop. Let's go back to watch Grass video. Big up, big up, big up.
This structure was there from the 1700s, 2,000-year-old tree in front.
What?
Family owned for like 200 years.
A lot of slavery down there back then.
A lot of N-words have been said in that place, I'm sure.
Okay, Jesus Christ. Straight N-words, right? Big up Chris Rizze. What's that? They all have plantations. Yo, big up Uche as well. I saw you. Well gone, Uche. They all have plantations. It's crazy. Like no one from Mississippi is immune. It's like German people who say that, who act like they don't have family that were Nazis and shit. It's like, bruh, let's be real. Your ancestors were fucking, you know what I mean? How Hitler in it back in the day, man. Let's be real.
And we're set in that place.
Back in the day.
Doesn't mean the food isn't great.
There's part of the way of the world back then. Doesn't mean
the way it was.
Most of the buildings.
And by back then, you mean about 15 minutes ago, but keep going.
Yeah. But dude, it's called Mary Mahoney's. Everyone told me to go there.
Mary Mahoney's. Oh, I love that name.
Oh, that's supposed to
Dude, we go in there, and me and Lex, people told us to come in there. Me and
You're a little bit of a snob. You're going in there like...
I want steak.
You want steak?
I like steak. I haven't had a good meal. I've been flying.
Mary Mahoney's,
This guy comes up, goes, gentlemen, what we're having? And I said, what's the best cut of steak that you guys have?
French house.
He goes,
here we go.
Listen to this. This old dude goes, now why would y'all, clearly not from here, why would y'all come all the way to Biloxi, Mississippi and order steak? You know how stupid that is? I was like, excuse me? He's like, we do seafood here. You can get a steak anywhere, son. And I said, oh, okay, well, what should we have? He's like, I'll tell you what you have. I'm going to tell you. You know what? Just leave it up to me. I'm like, dude, I'm a grown man. I go, well, how long you been working here, man, before I let you just order my food? He goes, well, geez, son, good question. Let me think about it. 61 years now, and then my mother before
61 years.
He goes, my mother before that owns the place, and then her granddaddy owned it. He goes, and I go, oh, you're the owner? He goes, I'm the owner.
I'm not going to lie. Unpopular opinion. I hate that sort of stuff. Happens a lot when I travel, especially to like Mediterranean countries. Like, I don't like when the waiters or the owners do that sort of stuff. Like, I'll order it for I'm like, no, like, I want to order what I want to order. Don't impose me on, like, don't select for me. No, I fucking hate that shit. I'm not going to lie. I don't like it. I find it annoying. Or people telling you when you should eat something or how you should eat something. Like, get fucked. Get fucked. Like, leave me alone. Let me order what I want to order. And if I get it wrong and I order something shit, I take the L like a man and I keep it moving. I'll come back another time, or I don't come back ever again. But don't tell me I hate that stuff personally.
They must have recognized you,
bro. The best food that's ever touched these stupid.
Pick up young on vibes now, Izzy. You having the cheese fries? Shut the fuck up and eat these fucking cheese fries, you fat shit.
Damn!
Lips.
Those DSLs?
Bro.
Is that right?
Rockefeller oysters with all the cheese.
Yeah.
And it had the butter on the bottom. And he goes, I said, man, there's a lot of butter. He goes, you know why I put a lot of butter?
Oh, big up Jack Daniel. So it's a fish. Okay, cool. I see what you mean. So it's a place known specifically for fried fish. Yeah, but that's okay. I didn't really listen to what you were saying. So Brennan's a redact here. He went to a place or to an area in America that's known for having great seafood, and you wanted a steak. No wonder the owner felt kind of offended. Okay, I get. Okay, in that scenario, fair.
Your wife goes, go ahead and take that soft bread there. You dip it in the butter, bro.
Hey yo, Uche, if you're in the chat, please ban Brian Laura. Uche, please ban Brian Laura. AZ definitely going for the win. I'm going to Biloxi, Mississippi and knocks them for summer fried chicken wings. Excuse me, do you have Nando sauce? Do you have peri peri marinade?
Got out all these little crab claws soaked in like this Cajun spicy butter.
There's nothing better.
It gets better. I'm like,
nothing better.
I look at Lex, I'm like, what the hell are we doing? This is fantastic. Then he brings the gumbo, and he goes, we know for our gumbo.
If a place been around for 61 years, sir.
He goes, now we're known for our gumbo. He brings that out. Best gumbo I've ever had. This is before the main course comes. He brings the main course. I had this flounder.
Something tells me Brendan never ate gumbo before he went there. I don't know, the way he's saying gumbo, I feel like he's lying. It's the best gumbo I ever had. Have you ever had gumbo?
Cajun flounder, just soft as hell, crab and shrimp on top of it, melted butter on top, with their homemade hot sauce.
Well, yeah.
I ate there.
Pick up Asad Aziz. The fact that I knew what you were talking about instantly is fucking crazy. Is he gonna make the Cosby face when you try soul food for the first time? I instantly know exactly what you mean by the Cosby face, man. Oh, you're a fucking G.
Every meal. I went back.
Look at that.
Hey, that's what I had. I went back.
That's ridiculous.
I went back 4 times.
Well, that's ridiculous.
I looked at Lex. I went, there's no diet this weekend. We're never going to find food. I said, we're never going to find food like this.
You're in Biloxi, Mississippi.
Oh, and you want dessert?
At Mary Mahoney's. Wow.
How about he goes,
look at that.
I'm telling you, it's the best food I've ever had. They cook for the White House.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite shit right there.
It's the best food I've ever had. And then he goes, now you boys can't leave without having some of our homemade dessert. I'm like, well, we got to push ourselves.
It's homemade.
Homemade key lime pie. Go fuck your mother.
Oh,
dude,
Jesus.
With a dark roast coffee, what are we doing?
Oh, boy.
It was fantastic.
Good coffee, too?
I shit my pants, but yes.
They do everything right. The places like that have been around for so long, they do it all right. They got it.
Oh, look at this fucking Republican grift. The South do it right. Go live there then, you fucking cunts. Go put your fucking money where your mouth is. The South do it right. The working class. Like, honestly, bro. I would love to know what actual regular middle America, middle class, working class, Southern people actually think of these people. These coastal elites who are now trying to LARP like they're regular people. Like with the dress sense and the cars and the politics. It must be infuriating, isn't it? Like these people who took the piss out of your accent. These people who thought because you spoke with a funny accent that you're unintelligent. Now trying to pretend to be like you.
They have all black wait staff which ranks likes.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Okay. No comment. No comment. No comment. Holy shit. Big up NJ Ranger. Holy shit. Not a joke. Okay, cool. Okay. I'm a little bit Slavery isn't dead. Slavery isn't dead. It's just morphed, you know? It's just morphed. It's something else. I come into that place and I see all black white staff. I'm not gonna lie. As a Brit, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Whatever. Anyway, whatever. What do I know?
If the original owner's there, think about the pride that goes into that place. That's a magical place. Let me see the outside of that place. When was it built?
1700, 1760.
You're talking
it's
about
all
magic.
white French Victorian.
White is right.
Magic.
Yeah.
You're talking about American, like as American and as magic as it gets.
Is that it?
Wow.
That's it.
Wow. Old French house.
But that's like, go to the one, there's like a courtyard. See, that's all it right there. Look at it. You would love it, Brian. At night, it has all the white lights. It's
I would
great.
love it.
You would
White lights, white building, white people.
And the owner, dude, stories for days.
Now that's Cajun. That's Creole. That's Old French, you understand?
He says they ship out, and he's going to send me some.
That's where Gambit's from, isn't it? From the X-Men, right?
Gumbo next day here. They ship out around Christmas. I think he said 6,000 pounds of gumbo.
So you know what Rue Magnolia means? It means street, Magnolia Street. So that's French.
It's also one of the best Playboy Carti songs ever.
Fuck.
1737.
Wow. 1737. This was when it was French. It was owned by the French,
Crazy,
essentially.
right?
And I believe, did we do the Louisiana Purchase and buy that from the French?
I don't know, but let's not.
All right, sorry. Sorry about that.
Dude, I'm telling you, if I'm on my deathbed, they go one meal. That's it.
Yeah.
That's how good it is.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Very rare you get flounder that's made that way. Very rare that they can do that French beurre blanc, as they say.
You know what the owner told me? Because he asked Lex, where are you from? And Lex goes, I'm in Florida. He goes, that's interesting. You like the water down there? You like the oceans, right? Clear, right? And he goes, let me tell you. You asked somebody, said, hey, what'd you rather have? Them Florida waters where it's clear, it's all clear, and you see the fish and stuff, right? But most people pick that. He goes, not me, I pick the mud. I go, what? He goes, I picked them up. I go, why would you pick them up? He goes, we got crawfish, we got oysters in there, we got crabs, shrimp. You don't have that shit in Florida.
Is that a good accent, by the way? Is he doing a good Mississippi accent? Or is that just like, or is he butchering it? What the fuck is he, like, what is this voice? Why does he sound like that?
Damn.
Yeah, he's great.
Damn.
Super Southern
There's
boy.
such a history. Very quickly, this is interesting. So Louisiana purchased, the United States purchased 828,000 square miles of land west of the Mississippi River for $15 million. That's 4 cents an acre.
Great deal.
The United States doubles its size, expanding the nation westward. And that is Louisiana Purchase. So that's why you got that French influence down there. Ooh. And they taught people how to cook with butter. The French cook with butter. It's all about butter.
The
secret of life.
Comes on side, melted butter, homemade hot sauce.
Hold on, what did he say? Butter. How do you say butter? Do you hear that? Or is that just me? Butter. What?
All about butter.
The
secret of life.
Comes on side, melted butter, homemade hot.
This guy, man. How the fuck did he, like, was it all Rogan? Rogan allowed this, like, guy that can't pronounce butter to become a millionaire and famous and stuff at one point? Or is he just like marble mouthing, like, what? Melted butter.
Ooh. And they taught people how to cook with butter. The French cook with butter. It's all about butter.
The
secret of life.
Comes on side, melted butter, homemade.
Melted butter. Butter. Weirdly enough, it sounds like he's saying like Turkish for butter. I don't know what Turkish is for butter actually. What's actually, let's see. Turkish word for butter. What is it? Oh, it's not. It doesn't sound anything like it. Turkish word for butter is teriyaki. Teriyaki. Huh? Teriyaki. But if you say better, yeah. If you say, I guess if you pronounce butter in the Turkish accent, it's pronounced better. So the guy that looks Turkish but thinks he looks white is pronouncing butter the way a Turkish person would pronounce it. Interesting, isn't it?
Hot sauce. You put those on this. It was like this stuffed shrimp.
Yep.
With the crab inside. Yep. Bro.
Yeah. The secret to life is cooking with butter.
Real.
When you do it right, there's nothing.
Oh, he did it again. He did it again, guys. He did the unreal thing. He did it again. Oh my god, he did it again. He did it again. Unreal. He did it again.
Crab inside. Yep. Bro.
Yeah. The secret to life is cooking with butter.
Real. Dude.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody pronounce unreal. It's unreal. Excusez-moi?
Life is cooking with butter.
Real.
When you do it right, there's nothing.
One more time.
Cooking with butter.
Real.
When you do
one more time.
The secret to life is cooking with butter.
Real.
When you do it. The secret to life is cooking with butter.
Real.
When you do it right, there's.
It's not. The secret to life is cooking maybe without butter. You know, that cholesterol is going to be fucking crazy.
Nothing like it.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was Louisiana, right? Louisiana.
They say Louisiana, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Louisiana.
Yeah, best food I ever had. Hands down.
Wow. And how was the bare knuckle fighting competition? I was told by a third party that you're a little bit like Elvis down there. I mean, somebody told me that.
You should have said you were dressed like Elvis. You should have said that. You should have said you were dressed like Elvis. That would have been a better insult, but he's still sucking his dick.
Heart attack like Elvis.
They told me that when you went down there, people like you're famous might be an understatement.
Yeah, I guess.
In that circle.
I guess. It's dude. So there's 10 fights. Only one went to decision.
What?
It's so entertaining.
What?
Yeah.
That's Jorge's.
Jorge and Dean.
It's real fighting. I mean.
Oh, but that Guto, in a Conte, dude, he came from Glow.
God almighty, the butchering of that fighter's name. Look at his eyes. Hold on. Yeah, that needs to be something. That needs to be something. God almighty. He's having a brain freeze. Just like that's like when you when you eat like an ice lolly too quickly. What the fuck was that?
In a Conte, dude, he came from Glory, knocks this dude unconscious.
Oh Jesus!
This dude, where's he at? Frank Tate. He's 42-year-old Jack black dude. Doesn't say much. Interviews, he just doesn't say much. You know, he's not most marketable guy.
And you were interviewing guys.
Jack Black guy can't speak English, not very marketable. Reminds me of his hatred for Francis Ngannou, mate. Fucking hell, Jack. He's not very marketable, you know. No one cares about all that Africa shit, all that racism shit.
We're doing before the fights, the day before the fight. I sit down with all the fighters and talk to them about their camps and everything. So this Frank Tate guy, he's fighting Alex Nicholson, who's well known in the bare knuckle space, MMA space. His son's in his corner. He's about Tiger's age, maybe 10 or 11.
Bring up Frank Tate, please.
Yep, I will. Bro, and he has his dog with him. It's like a...
Hey, yo, Chin. What the fuck is Chin doing, by the way? Why does Brian tend to bring up the fucking fight card and like Chin's a terrible fucking podcast producer. Bring up the fire, Chin. Like, what else are you fucking doing in there? God almighty, he's fucking useless, that guy, Chin, isn't it? He's fucking useless.
It's a mixed pit bull, bulldog mix, whatever.
Sure.
His dog's with him. He walks out to Snoop Dogg with his dog. Doesn't give a fuck. Heart rate's barely up.
He's a hard brother right there.
Heart rate barely up. Dude, he hits Alex Nicholson with a left hook, knocks him unconscious for about 8 minutes.
Oh no.
Face down, ass up.
Oh,
Son's there crying. I'm like, what the hell are we doing? Dog comes into the ring, into the cage, high fives the owner.
Oh no, that's what happened?
Yeah.
Oof.
Alex is a great dude too. He's just,
is that guy going to be okay? I mean,
the answer's no, Brad.
No.
So he weighs about 228. He's fighting guys who are 250, 260, 265. He just needs to cut to light heavyweight.
He's got speed. That's him? That's the guy he knocked out?
That's the guy that got knocked out. Yeah, his eyes all fucked up.
He was in the UFC for a little bit.
Yeah.
Good God.
This guy Frank Tate was.
Were you dying to get in there? Just kidding. Hey.
That was funny. And Brian fucking chickened out. That was actually funny. Were you dying to get in? That was actually funny. Were you dying to get in there? Brian just looking out, man. Oh, looking out into the distance. Yeah, why did you get in there, Brian? You say you're such a badass, right?
Were you dying to get in there? Just kidding. Hey, let's take a break, guys. Let's take a little break. Yep. Do you take...
Hold on. Is Uche referring to this man as John Louisiana? Is that what she's saying? Is Uche referring to this fucking man as John Louisiana? It'd be your own people, man. It'd be your own people be doing you the worst. It's your own people be doing you the worst. John Louisiana is so funny. Oh my god. Fucking hell, man.
There. Just kidding. So
what?
Pick up Uche, man. You're a fucking
So
legend. Anyway, let's go back. Hold on. Let's get back. See some more redactedness. Bear with me. Sorry.
AG1.com/fighter. Yeah. It's such a good event though.
Are you tempted though if you had that?
Not at all.
No.
Not at all. Not in any facet. No, not in any facet.
That's hard.
I love commentating. I have so much fun.
Yeah.
I think I'm decent at it. I have so much fun doing it. And no, I'd much rather be on the outside.
Yeah. How did Kevin Lee do?
He pulled out the Monday before.
Got hurt?
I guess.
By the way, let's see the fucking. I want to see the. Sorry, bear with me 1 second here, right? I need to see that post where somebody posted a comment, a clip of Brendan commentating during the fucking bare knuckle thing, and it was horrendous. Let's see if I can find it. So, because he said I enjoyed the commentating, bro. The people that watched it didn't enjoy it. Bear with me a second. It's one of these clips. Somebody uploaded it recently. It was a clip of him commentating, and it was horrendous, bro. The guy leaves and tells him, "Yeah, fill in, like, you know, do your thing. You're the UFC guy, right? You fought, you know what to say, right? You know to commentate." And he has no idea what to say. So I can get it. Where is it? Which one was it? Which one was it? Which one was it? It's not that one. Was it this one? No, not that Thai one. Which one was it? Oh, fuck. I should have fucking saved it, shouldn't I? I forgot which one it was. Bear with me a second here. Black, not that one. Let's see which one it was if I can find it. Where are you? Where are you, cunts? Okay, I probably missed it. It's probably earlier. No, there it is. There it is. There. Here we go. It's top tier commentary. This is the one. This is the one. Look at this. Top tier commentary from Papa. Listen to Brendan Schaub's commentary during the fucking Game Breed, bare knuckle MMA. Listen to how bad this was, in my opinion. Anyway, just wasn't a good trial. Let's just say that it wasn't a good trial. I'll be surprised if they invite him back, but I think Jorge is also a really good friend to him, so maybe he just might help him out. But he didn't do well, in my opinion.
All right, Brendan, check out this replay. I'm gonna go in there. We're gonna see the replay of the finish.
Brendan?
Yeah, look at the replay. He gets the outside trip there, and you don't see a lot of damage to the shoulder.
Is that it? Anything else, Brendan? Dead air, more dead air.
Ladies and gentlemen, in between rounds,
Jesus Christ. He doesn't say anything. That was Brendan commentating, by the way. That was Brendan commentating. Okay, cool, man. Cool. Yeah, invite you back for sure.
Weidman did that too.
No, Weidman didn't. His opponent
did.
And he got
Eric
food
Anders,
poisoning the day of. Eric Anders did.
What a bummer for Chris.
But let's get to these fights. You watch all the fights?
I watched all the fights.
First of all, let's start with Tyson, Jake Paul. Give me your breakdown.
I think what happened was Tyson went in there to fight. And I think what Jake realized was that he's not going to be able to get to me. So I have, like, as an older guy, when you slip, it's one thing to be able to slip a shot. When you're young, you can slip, bang, come right back. That lag where you slip and now you come back,
That's
just
gone.
slow down. You're gone.
Same with Stipe.
That's right. Well, by that time, when you're my age,
They're gone.
They're gone.
Or they're answering back, or you're getting lit up.
I mean, you're just about, you're hitting, and so you're throwing, and so that's gone. Yeah. And closing the ring off, that's not going to happen. And you realize also that Jake has been boxing for a minute now. He can punch you really hard, and he can throw a 1-2, and he can keep you at bay with that jab.
Are they seriously analyzing it seriously, like trying to break it down seriously? All those years where they missed opportunity to actually break down fights and actually, have a fun show where Brendan would act too cool or be like, oh, Brian doesn't know what he's talking about, and not will let him speak. And now they're forced to do it because no one gives a fuck about the show, so they want to add an element to it. Yeah, bizarre.
Jab sucks to get hit with. Even on the gloves, it's going to keep you.
I think Jake did the right thing, not put it on Tyson.
So that's what I was going to say. I think what Jake said is, okay, I'm going to hit his gloves. I'm going to hit him. I'm going to make a show.
Did you see the post-fight conference? Because he was like, yeah, I didn't want to put him away. I carried him for those 4 rounds. He's like, it's not. He was like, I was honoring him. It's respect. He goes, could I have put him away?
Sure.
He goes, sure. He goes, that's not what you do to Mike Tyson.
A 27-year-old is going to do that, and especially if he's a big. Jake's 227. I didn't realize how big he was. Yeah. And he's got a longer reach and everything else. So look, he's a big, strong kid, and he knew that if he knocked Tyson out, it would have been the worst thing ever for everybody and him. And to his credit, I found it boring.
Of you and every single other person besides Jake Paul's girlfriend.
Oh, be careful! You were sucking on those guys' nuts for a while. Now he's feeling a little bit spite. That's the thing about Brendan. He says all this type of stuff about people, these little jokes he throws out. But when they react badly, he then starts to pretend like he didn't say anything. Be careful. You were sucking these guys off, trying to be their friends. Be careful. Brendan. Burn Bridger Brendan.
20 million people watched.
Look, I'd like to see Jake test himself. Don't say better beef. Don't ever say that. Don't say that.
No, but hold on. Better Brief called him out, and Jake goes, Jake goes, this is hilarious. I've been boxing for about 4 years. I have the pound for pound #1 guy calling me out.
Yeah, come on.
He was like, absolutely no. Also,
good for him.
Man, I've really done something good.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah. Exactly. I mean,
Canelo ain't the answer either.
Canelo's not the answer either.
Be careful, son. You get hurt.
Be careful.
Careful, son.
Yes, because
that ain't just keep beating up the most famous, oldest guy you can find.
Well, or if it sounds like he wants to challenge himself. There's a world.
Nate Diaz in MMA.
Nate Diaz in MMA would be good.
In PFL, that's a good fight.
That'd be a really good fight. If he wants to do MMA, is he doing jiu-jitsu? Is he rolling? Is he doing all that stuff?
He wants to, yeah.
All right. Conor McGregor in MMA. I think Conor's too small for him boxing.
Conor in boxing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Isn't Conor a little small for him?
I mean, Conor's probably 170s. Yeah, it'd be tough.
You're talking about 220. That's so big.
But Jake can get down to 185.
In boxing, no.
Jake can go 85.
But in boxing, this with 14-ounce gloves, when you're that big.
That's the thing. Big up Ricky Pitcher. They're regurgitating everyone's talking points. That's the thing. This show would probably benefit a lot from them just like not watching anything and just forming their own opinions, actually giving hot takes, actually sitting there and giving a hot take, maybe coming in it, maybe playing devil's advocate, maybe just like, deciding to hold a position you don't even believe in just for the sake of it. Fuck it. They'd actually benefit a lot from that. But because they're lazy, because they just want to do the bare minimum and get the most out of it, they listen to everybody else, they watch the clips, they watch the edits, they watch the clips on YouTube, clips on Instagram, especially when it comes to Brendan and social media, and they just soak it all in and just it's just like, God damn it. No one's coming to this show for like breakdowns anyway. You might as well make it a bit entertaining and just add some comedy a little bit into it, right? Isn't this like a comedy show? No, I guess not.
You can just sit there and you can literally just kind of walk through somebody at 170.
Well, we shouldn't be boxing 14s to start. It should be 10s.
Yeah. But even then, it's really hard to. Jake is sturdy. He's a big kid. He's just he's 230. That's very big.
If I'm Jake, I fight the most famous, easiest fight possible again.
Who would be a real boxer for him to fight?
I don't think he should go that route. For what?
I think he wants to.
I don't know why.
To challenge himself.
That was Tyson was a challenge, but Tommy Fury was a challenge. Mike Perry was a challenge.
Yeah. And Mike Perry, yeah. But I'm talking about a boxer. Somebody who really understands the game.
It'd have to be older. See if Andre Ward.
No. Hey. Take it easy over here.
There's not a lot.
You gotta protect him.
Yeah, if you're trying.
I love that Jake said better beef. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
Beef-hole, get out of here.
No,
that's so.
Can we not talk about Jake Paul like you know him personally and that you had a conversation? You all read the same tweet we all read. Like, why are they why are they doing that? Like, we all read the same tweet or the same whatever status he put out. We all saw the same clip. Why are they talk like? And he typed it anyway. Whatever. I'm not gonna continue.
But people are saying that to him, like, be quiet. Jake's doing his thing.
I don't know what you.
Who would give me somebody? There's got to be somebody.
The only fights for him left are like Logan Paul, his brother. I like when Mike called out his brother. He goes, "I'd fucking kill you."
Yeah, but that's also not very respectful.
It's not. Yeah. But you challenge a young guy.
Yeah. Well,
all that goes out the window.
Give me a time machine. See what happens. But
well, hey, we don't.
That time machine.
There's no time machine. What a gay.
I'm trying to think right now of who.
This was 30 years ago.
What? How about
All right, boomer.
Jose. How about
Jose Aldo?
No. He lost to Anderson Silva, but his father's Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. But there's no.
Anderson Silva beat him, and
I know, but I'd like to see that. That's a boxer,
and he keeps missing weight. Yeah, but it doesn't do anything for him. Like, who's gonna do something for him? Who's going to be his complimentary that's going to boost views? That's all I want.
Well, yeah, I think the idea would be you say, I want to fight a real boxer. My age.
I don't understand that. Why?
Because it'd be a bad idea. Yeah.
No, he might beat some of them, but why?
Yeah.
No one tunes in. He's done it before. He's fought boxers, but they're coming off like a long layoff.
But I think that he's going to lose in a way, as popular as this was, I think if he does this again with somebody old, people.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
120 million watched.
He can keep doing this.
Cut that in half. Let's say half people are like, I've had enough. It's still the most watched box event of the year.
Yeah.
Let's say a quarter of them watch. It's still the most watched.
But that's
box
mainly
event of the
because
year.
people who don't understand boxing were like, Tyson might have a chance. But then you're like, I know, but dude, he's older. Can you think of anyone?
No, I can't, Brian. I don't know where they're going to go. That's my whole fucking spiel on this. I don't know where they go. He can fight Logan, be big numbers.
What if he rematched Tommy? That was like...
When I say I could care two fucks about that, I can't emphasize enough. And again, it's good for Tommy. It's not good for Jake.
Yes.
No one gives a fuck about Tommy. Tommy's fighting Darren Till, you know? Okay. He's not...
Nobody gives a fuck about Tommy. He's fighting Darren Till. By default, he's saying no one gives a fuck about Darren Till. Baba's still continuing his beef with Darren Till, it seems like. They're not boys. Jesus Christ. He's still hates Darren Till. He's such a weird guy, man. One of the only fighters you see retired who's got so many grudges and beefs with former fighters, like, and clearly isn't liked by most of them. It's so bizarre. Doesn't get invited to cards, doesn't dare to step in the UFC fucking arena, you know, he's gonna get kicked out or embarrassed or made to sit with the regular people that he doesn't want to do. It's such a weird world to live in. Weird place to be in life, man. It's such a weird place, but hey, it is what it is.
Big enough name. He's past that. He's in a weird spot.
He's in a weird spot right now.
And Canelo's not going to do it.
Canelo won't do it.
Canelo has too much respect for the boxing community. So I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. They'll come up with something.
Is there? I bet you there's enough money for
George Foreman.
You give Canelo $40 million.
George Foreman.
He's 80. You give Canelo $40 million.
But he has a hell of a jab.
He does have a hell of a jab.
And the thing is, they could do George Foreman, and all you would watch.
Called him out.
Oh, Butterbean's in bad. Are you serious? Probably.
Yeah, but Butterbean could walk right through you.
But he's in bad shape right now.
Have you seen Butterbean lately?
Yeah, he's really bad shape right now. He's working with the Diamond Dallas Page, I think. Yeah. But he was...
Go and bring him up for
couldn't
Brian
even
so he
walk.
can understand that was a stupid call out.
Okay. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Chin.
Yeah.
No,
there he is.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And you want him to fight Jake Paul? You piece of shit.
Great producer, by the way, Chin.
I was 5'15" about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
5'15".
Let's see what I weigh now. I've been working out with DDPY. Mr. Diamond Dallas Page has helped me and my buddy Joshua. So let's see what I weigh. Let's turn this booger around.
You know, it's funny. He still beat the fuck out of most people.
Hello. Man, let's go. Tell me it's ready.
Okay. Okay. 300 pounds.
303.
303.8 pounds.
Not too bad.
He's lost 200. He was 500. That's great. And he looks great. He can't fight Jake Paul, yo.
He looks great. How dare you?
He cannot fight Jake Paul.
He looks the whip
Right.
from 500 pounds, but any other brain busters, Brian?
No, very bad idea. Okay. It's an interesting situation. All right. Can you get that off the...
Fucking hell, the dead air in this fucking pod, mate. Come on, guys. Come on.
No, God bless that guy. God bless him. He's a good sweetheart.
Probably hits like a Mack truck
Yes.
still.
Yeah, yes. I can't think of a goddamn soul.
Rampage?
Rampage would fight him.
Rampage would kill him.
It's not a bad idea.
That's why you do it.
I don't know if Rampage would kill him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
You're talking about boxing here.
You're talking about boxing.
It's a very different sport.
What do you think then, Ren?
I think it'd be a good fight.
Really?
Yeah.
Competitive.
No, I don't think Rampage would kill him.
No.
Okay.
Right. That's you got my attention.
There you go.
You got my attention. You got my attention.
You said Butterbean.
Damn.
Rampage
sports.
Jake would be fun.
That's actually...
Who don't watch it too? He's a household name. People love him.
Yeah.
He's not out of shape.
Rampage is getting jacked right
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
You fight Rampage.
Yeah.
It's a good call out.
And Rampage would have to take it very seriously.
Oh yeah, which he would.
Yeah.
Are they talking about Rampage Jackson? I think Jake would fucking dog walk him, to be honest. Let's be real. He's very, like, he's not, the guy he used to be, Father Time, it is what it is. I think the last time I saw him fight, he looked really, really bad, actually, to be completely honest with him. Legend, don't get me wrong, but time has been and gone. I don't even know how good his boxing is anyway. Like straight boxing fight. Rampage.
Because Rampage was trying to fight a fight.
My money's still on Jake on that fight. In the boxing.
I'll take my boy Rampage, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a tough
boxing
fight. Again.
Yeah, big up Sarlux. Big up
Wishing
Sarlux.
everyone a good fall season, victory hand, and heart, and hail Satan.
I didn't see the end. Okay, cool. I love how you can't say ass, but you can say hail. You can say, hail the, the underlord. But yeah, big up Sarlux. Jesus Christ, bro. Yeah, I think I need to fucking, I think I might need to do a little bit of anointing oil on my laptop after I finish streaming. Big up Sarlux.
Yeah, tough fight. Jake hits hard. He's very big, very strong. And again, I'd like to see him fight a boxer, but
I don't care. I don't know why people keep saying that. Like he's in his own lane. It's not even.
Well, he seems to really want to be a boxer, or maybe he doesn't. Maybe this is
just go through it. Okay, so you want to be validated by the boxing community. That's never going to happen. How do you expect to do that?
Yeah.
So you're going to fight. Let's say he fights a young up and comer prospect that nobody's going to tune in. He makes less money, and to justify you fighting a real boxer.
Yeah.
And you're doing that for who? The community?
Yeah,
they're still not
it's
going to
also
give up
a lot to. If somebody his weight who is an up and
that
coming
can box or like an amateur, it's trouble.
That's trouble.
Yeah, it's trouble.
A lot of trouble.
So then, that's not going to happen because nobody's going to tune in. You're not going to get, verified from the boxing community if you fight a real boxer we've never heard of. Okay. Cool. So then you want to go Canelo? Well, that's not. You're not beating Canelo. So what do you want to do, dude?
Well, Canelo is the.
But that's
he seems to be asking for.
That's
Canelo.
the world we live in, where people are like, "Oh, let's see what you do against Canelo." Jesus.
Well, no,
Christ.
he's the one who seems to keep floating that name out.
Doesn't he know that a lot of this comes because of he's obviously in the beginning. I think the troll that was really good by Jake Paul. He was picking all these old washed up people, but also saying that he could beat legit fighters, legit boxers. People are like, no, there's two different things. He did it well. The troll, the marketing work, the gimmick, whatever. But he was selling it like, oh, I'm beating all these older dudes. I'm beating all these retired dudes. So clearly this is proof that if I then decide to take this professional, take this seriously, I could fuck people up. Big up.
Take it from Baba. He was a Golden Gloves champ, winking face.
Oh, that Golden Glove. By the way, have you noticed he doesn't mention that too often about it? You can tell some of the more embarrassing Papa lies. He doesn't mention them as often. That's one that I haven't heard Brendan mention Golden Gloves in a very long time. There's some fucking lies he just fucking lets just drift away, hoping people forget. But this stream chat, the homeless cats, no one fucking forgets. Big up Austin Casey. But I think I don't know. It's just it's almost like he's missing the point of why people are saying this whole thing about Jake Paul fighting real boxers. Jake Paul's the one that started this whole thing. He's the one that was running around acting like he could beat everybody up because he was, beating up, washed up people who probably weren't good at boxing. It's like, bro, come on, relax.
Canelo's being quiet.
Canelo's answered it before. Canelo's like,
payday.
Yeah.
Payday.
He's like,
you give Canelo $40 million, he's going to step in that.
A lot more than that.
What?
Yeah, Canelo laughs at $40 million.
What?
And that's what he gets fighting these other guys. You'd have to pay Canelo more than 40.
Really?
He asked for $200 million to fight homeboy.
Oh, jeez.
Benavidez. Yeah, Canelo's on another planet, money-wise. Yeah.
Well, you don't want Benavidez.
Well, of course not.
You don't want those guys. But those guys are the top of the food chain.
But that's the world we live in. They're like, oh, fight Benavidez.
No.
Okay, what?
It's so stupid. All right, let's move on.
People forget. Do you guys remember? How much he was gloating about beating fucking who's that basketballer? That Nate Robinson guy. Do you remember? How much Jake? So that's part of the reason why people are fixated on this idea about him proving himself against legit boxers. We already saw what he did, and I think Eddie Hearn made a point. We already saw how bad Jake Paul looked against a quote unquote legit boxer when he fought Tommy Fury basically, and he lost against him, and that was a horrendous fight. But he didn't look too impressive. So imagine you fight somebody like a Tommy Fury, but just better. He's gonna look fucking horrendous. So I get why he doesn't do it, but I also like the fact that he toys with people and continues teasing that he will fight someone legit to give them what they want, which is most people want to see him get knocked out, which is also dumb because what's that gonna do for you?
let's get into.
What do you think? First of all, here's my question for you: did John Jones look that good, or is Stipe a walking heavy bag?
Both.
Fair.
Both. I thought John Jones. Look, you want me to get into John?
Jesus Christ. For a former fighter, he does talk very disparagingly about people that did the job that he did in it. He called Stipe a walking heavy bag. Usually fighters have a little bit more tact. Yeah, that's something that I could say. That's something that MMA Guru could say. It's something that like someone on Reddit could say. But you don't say that as like a former fighter, man. You have a little bit more class, a little bit more tact. Like, do you know what I mean? A walking heavy bag. And then when he hears that and he says something, Bren's gonna act like, I got no problem with Stipe. Stipe, like, fucking hell, bro. Those little things are indications of like how bad of a person he is, man. Like, Jesus.
Jones, I mean,
yeah, man.
Look. The guy, I cannot believe he takes any shit. I can't believe it.
Well, take it easy.
He's so good.
He's so good.
Every
but
time
you know
he
why he
fights,
takes shit.
Every time he fights,
Brendan might be the only person in the world who I know hates Stipe or has something. Why does Stipe take shit? I don't understand. Why? Because he's like chill and simple or something. Or whatever that means. Why does he take shit?
He's different. That jab,
Jesus Christ,
Stipe was kind of 42 and slower, but his speed, that back kick, everything he does, he's just so fucking good. He's so good. And look, Stipe may be, 42 and banged up, but he still took him out in the first round.
Took him out? No, he took him out in the third round, bud.
With Stipe?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't watch the fight?
I did watch the fight.
Oh, you didn't?
Oh, no, I watched it on... Well, I woke up and I watched it on YouTube.
Hey, buddy, you ready? You watch clips.
Well, no, hold on.
Hey, you got a busy Sunday?
No. I woke up...
You got a busy Sunday?
No, I was in Thunder Bay. Listen.
Yeah.
And you know how it's on YouTube? I thought I got it on YouTube. And they played the whole... I thought they played the whole fight.
Well, they can't stream the whole fight on YouTube because they would tear that down.
It was 3 rounds?
Yeah.
I thought he knocked him out in the first round.
No, you didn't watch it.
They would tear that down. What? What?
Oh, I thought they played the whole fight.
Well, they can't stream the whole fight on YouTube because they would tear that down.
Whatever, man. It doesn't matter. He's just fucking brilliant. They'll tear that down.
Rounds?
Yeah.
I thought he knocked him out in the first round.
No, you didn't watch it. It's all good.
I did watch it.
I wish you'd come to me and be like, I just watched clips, man. Help me out.
I watched it on YouTube.
Then I would have called you out.
No, I thought I got the fight on YouTube. I went there.
Why are you lying about, like, what is wrong with Brian Callen? You didn't watch the fight. You lied. You watched the highlights, or if that, some clips on social. I thought I was watching the fight on YouTube. This podcast, it's like, I don't even know why you're like, anyway, whatever.
See it.
Well, because you can't watch UFC fights
right,
on
but
YouTube,
I thought sometimes they put the whole fight on, it's all blurry. This was clear as day.
But it'd come from UFC.com. And they wouldn't do it with a pay-per-view fight that they just did.
Yeah, well, that's why it was in the morning and I watched it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like one of those things where
3
you watch
rounds.
Connor and
so
Connor's
what happened in the
Popeye.
first and second round? Oh, no. Okay, shit. Did Stipe look okay?
No, he didn't, man.
Did he get a couple shots on?
Yeah, man, he looked terrible.
Did he punch?
It's hard to discuss this with you when you don't watch it.
Did he make any contact?
No, he didn't. He got taken down as a 10-8 round in the first round. He got taken down with like a trip.
Yeah.
Big up Casey. Tear down the stream, boys. Tear down the stream.
And he beat the shit out of him, dude, with elbows. It was disgusting.
Ugh.
It was tough to
I
watch.
didn't see any of that.
In the second round, they both got slower.
Oh. They did. And the third
I've lost
round,
all energy.
The third round was where he hit him in the
Spinning back kid, yeah. Brian, so he took him out in the first round.
Well, I was in Thunder Bay, so I couldn't get the fights. I had to watch them on YouTube.
Say that going into me. You know?
Well, I thought I saw the whole fight.
We're going to discuss.
I thought the fight was so short that I got the whole fight, and now I'm realizing it's 3 rounds. So is it worth going back and watching all 3 rounds?
No.
It's not.
I mean, I wish you did before we started the show.
Yeah.
But now, no. You got the gist, dude.
Yeah.
You just beat him up.
Yeah.
I think he's like second or third all time for the most accuracy with strikes at 80% of his shots landed.
And what did you think of his? What did you think of how he looked?
I thought John looked good. I definitely Father Time has caught up with him. I think Tom Aspinall's speed is going to be a huge issue for him.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him fight Tom. I don't know if we ever get it. I don't know if we'll ever get it.
Yeah.
He'd be an underdog. He'd be an underdog in that fight.
Well, Tom, I didn't realize was that much bigger. Aspinall is 270. He walks around about 270, 275 from what I heard. And even to John, John said he's 30 pounds heavier than me, or 35 pounds heavier. And, you know, Aspinall's sparring partner, I think he trains with Tyson Fury and those guys. And also he's got the most winningest heavyweight kickboxer ever. I can't remember the guy's name. The fuck's his name?
None of that's going to help you beat John.
Well,
none of it.
Well, I mean, he's got great sparring partners, so his sparring is.
Yep.
I think what Aspinall does.
Who's wrestling with you?
Well, there you go.
It's
now hold on.
Who's wrestling with you?
So here's what I asked.
Why would none of that help you beat? Like, Brendan's views on like training and like camps and stuff is so weird. I wonder if it's just mostly based on his inability to like win a belt or become champion. That's probably why. It's as if he feels like whatever ability you have, whatever skill set you have, you can't improve it. That's it. That's all you have. Nothing you do is going to ever give you a chance of winning a fight that on paper you shouldn't win because the other person just has more than you. It's like, no, that's what fight camps are for. That's what like maybe, you know, the whole term about people being good in training and not good when the lights are on. That's when that whole kind of saying comes from. But in fucking his eyes, it's like, nah, nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. It's like, what? Why bother even fighting then? If there's, you know, it's so strange.
Aspinall probably doesn't want to be at the kicking range necessarily. I think it would make sense.
You have no choice.
Well, he wants to close mid-distance and box him.
Sure.
Okay, now.
Come on inside.
Now, he's got to wrestle with him.
Well, there's never been a better fighter in the clinch than John Jones. So come on inside.
Right.
No, his whole thing's going to be staying on the outside. The kicks are going to happen.
Yeah.
His whole thing's going to be negating the takedown.
He would not want to close distance and box with him.
Well, he needs to be in range to knock him out, but he doesn't want to dirty box John.
No.
Because John gets over unders, you're getting tripped, you're going down. Tom on his back would be a disaster for Tom. Even though he's a black belt, unless you're Verdum, heavyweight in guard's trouble.
Aspinall's jiu-jitsu is not going to be good enough for John's wrestling, is what you're saying.
Absolutely not.
That's what I figured.
No. And John's going to take him down.
So
I know he's working.
Yeah, I think the same thing, Game Bread. I watched the fight against Jiggy against Stipe, and I was thinking to myself, you know what? For as slow and as old as John Jones looks, I still think he fucking hurts Tom Aspinall. I think it's different when you get in there with that guy. I think it's just different, you know? So I think as good as he is, so that's why it makes the whole ducking thing really weird, because it's like John is like more scared and more worried than we fans are, because I think the fans know that guy is the guy, and if he puts his mind to it, he could probably, you know, upset a lot of people who honestly think that top, because I think a lot of it is also like recency bias. We haven't seen John fight in a while. We've seen Tom Aspinall be quite active, and a lot of us still kind of remember vividly, you know, the Dominic Reyes kind of fucking thing situation. You know what I mean? People still hold that over his head, so it's like, oh, I don't know. It's all a bit, you know what I mean? It's all a bit mad. But yeah, I think John would have a better chance against Tom Aspinall than he thinks he does.
With Fury, he's doing all this. Okay, who's going to help you negate those leg kicks?
So would your money be on? Your money would be on John. Really?
Yes. No, I think it's an extremely tough fight, and I don't know if he wins that one.
Yo, big up King Bayu, not Bayo. However else I was saying it before. You make a really good point there. That's actually probably the real reason why. I think John is the best, but he knows to beat Tom, it would take total commitment to training, and he's absent, and he doesn't have that anymore in his old age. Exactly, true. Exactly. That would take like a proper fight camp, proper nutrition, proper everything, you know? And he just doesn't want to do that. You know, he prefers to just do what he does now, which is whatever, half-ass, whoever knows. and then just figure it out, you know, before fucking, you know, fight day or whatever it may be, or week, who knows. I agree. I think that's very, very true. Makes a lot of sense, to be honest, completely, that he would go that route, because fuck it, you know, made all his millions, can go out, do as much blow as I want, you know, beat the wife if need be, and then chill, keep it moving. So yeah, I definitely agree that was probably the reason why he doesn't want to fight Tom. And because Tom Aspinall's going to take that super seriously. He's going to be training, he's going to be taking every advantage of every fucking, you know, health and fitness, power, speed, endurance fucking development in the last few years, and, you know, utilizing it in the hopes that it would fucking, you know, get him to win. So I get it. Yeah, you're right.
Here's the other thing. John doesn't need to fight him.
John needs to fight Politan.
No. You know, he doesn't. God damn it. No, he doesn't need to do any of it.
Well, but
for what? What's it do for his
That's
career?
the money fight.
It's not, though. No one gives a fuck.
With Pereira?
No.
What do you mean?
What's he going to do for his career? You beat a guy who can't grapple.
I understand, but
I'm talking
about for money.
He'd be a minus 700. So let's talk about money.
Just because you think, because
one guy can't grapple at all, and you got the greatest grappler of all time. So it's a stupid fight, right?
You don't think John would stand and bang with Politan?
No, he's not stupid. No, you take him right down and submit him.
That's it.
But also, if you want to see the Tom Aspinall fight, the UFC has to pay him. So you think the UFC is going to pay John to fight Alex and not fight Tom? No, if they're paying him, because you're only getting one more fight out of John. That's if he ever fights again.
You don't think there's a chance he won't fight again?
Not because the UFC, he's going to ask for, you know, fuck you money. And he's earned it.
Yeah. I mean, he looks, from what I saw, he looked great against Stipe.
I know, but you watched the highlights.
You said he slowed down a little.
He slowed down in the second round.
Wow.
And that's going to be a tough.
Just tired?
No, just big. He's bigger. And he's also 38.
How lazy you have to be, honestly, Brian Callum, man. It's the UFC. The fight lasted 3 rounds. You couldn't just watch it, the 3 rounds, quickly before you do a fucking podcast. Is it really that difficult? So fucking lazy, man. I always say, if Brendan, God forbid, dies tomorrow, Tfatk is over. It's not surviving. It will never survive without Brendan, sorry. Jesus.
You're 37, so it's going to happen. But you slow down against Tom Aspinall, you're going to have fucking problems. Yeah. I didn't like his defense.
Problems.
His defense, you know, he does that thing where he runs or turns his back and runs and resets.
Yeah.
And Stipe's just too old. He couldn't take advantage of him turning his back. Aspinall's young, dude, and quick.
7 years younger.
So he's going to cut that. He's not going to let you reset like that. It's trouble. Yeah, Tom Aspinall's trouble.
Let's take a little break, man.
Can we, dude? Because the NBA.
Okie dokie, my friends. I'm going to have to leave it there. We'll catch up on this tomorrow because it's work time later on. Oh, yeah. So we're going to have to leave it there for now. Can I join you real quick? I've got a lot of things to say. Unfortunately, my dear Nikki, you have come at the worst possible time because I am now signing off to Betty Buys, unfortunately. Betty Buys. So catch me tomorrow. I'll be here same time, UK time, 11:30 p.m. We'll finish the rest of this Tfatk episode and anything else that pops up in between. But I'm going to sleep, got gym, got work in the morning, all that good shit. So apologies to those of you who've just joined. But yeah, we'll keep this going. We'll finish this watch along. And I think the next watch along is on Thursday, isn't it? So yeah, we'll finish this tomorrow and then we'll obviously have the rest to watch. The other episode when it eventually ends up dropping as well. So big up everybody for tuning in. I appreciate you mofos. Big up everybody that joined. Big up everybody that's liking the streams. All that good shit. Appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel too if you haven't subscribed yet. Let's get those fucking subscriber numbers up if that matters. I don't know if it does, but I'm just saying it anyway because people say it. You know the deal. Thank you for joining. Appreciate every single one of you that's here. Really, really do. Never a chore. Always a flipping pleasure. Thank you for hanging out with me. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Put the stream up later, schedule it and shit. So make sure you join and shit. That'll be fucking fun to hang out with you guys again. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you. Make sure you like the stream. Okay? Be nice. Help a boy out. And I'll see you guys again soon. Or tomorrow. Peace.